Previously on the Siblings podcast. Session dose. The gang got to East Side, but we still got our West Side pride, and immediately went to the market. Unfortunately, Jim, being a man well acquainted with capitalism, found himself in a disagreement with a local sales rep. A fight soon began to bubble up, and Lythander peaced out, tried to take a tomato with him. Emphasis on tried. Anarchy and Jim ran off to the hospital to pick up medical supplies, and they met a woman named Jane. She directed them to the pharmacy, where they met back up with Lythander and Jane. Wait, I mean Lane. Though really, they could be the same person. Good. Then, the group decided they needed new threads. Right on the cusp of getting some super cool fashion show, Jim accidentally maliciously set fire to one of Jacques, the tailor's, outfits. The band quickly retreats back to Kip's place, only to discover Kip has a great-great-grandma!
Nani?
What a twist!
I mean, not shocking, but the real shocking part is she's alive!
Nani?
Anyway, she's old, and the clique did all they could to help her. And then they did all they could to help Jim work out some anger problems. Then, night came, and the present company went out to look at the shamblings. Turned out, it wasn't potheads. It was some zombies and a girl. The girl got away, but not before giving Lythander a good trip. Winky face. Who knows what our intrepid heroes will do next? Yep. And with that said, I bring you back into the present, and I introduce to you the cast of the Siblings podcast, starting with Gina.
Oh, I'm first today?
Yes, you're first today.
Hello, I am Anarchy. I am in this group, and I probably need therapy after what we witnessed tonight.
Moving right along to Jim. Jack.
Hey everyone, I'm Jack from Parnell Animation. I'm playing Jim.
You know, Jim, the everyone's favorite alcoholic pyromaniac druid. Yeah, let's burn some shit down.
And closing out with Kitty.
Hey, I'll be playing Lythander. You're a local narcissist. It's fine.
I thought I was supposed to be the narcissist.
I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you over the sound of my own voice. Anyways, I'm the rogue. The dashing, handsome, charismatic rogue. Thank you.
At least that's what he sees when he looks in the mirror. With all that being said, you all just beat 4 what you have been calling zombies out in the marshlands. Yep. This is technically new material for at the very least one of you for sure. Zombies aren't really a super common thing, but of course magic is not a super common thing in this world. So you guys have beat these zombies. There was a girl with them, but she ran away. She slapped Lythander real good with magic, quote unquote, as Lythander would call it, and fled for the hills. Jim had the opportunity to catch her and stop her, caught up with her, but proceeded to show mercy instead and let her scramble off in favor of going back and helping his group. You've all now regained your sense of where and when. Lythander seems to have come to his senses just a little bit, and you've all began walking back towards Craven, through the marshlands. You're exhausted, you're hurt, it's much colder now that you're all sweaty, and some of you have rolled around in the mucky swamp water, so the wind that comes through the trees hits you in a way that really sends shivers down your spines, at least those of you that are sensitive to the cold. Is there anything that you are all doing on your walk back?
I have a flame in my hand, just to keep a little warm and give us some light.
Anarchy has also cast light, this time on her hammer again. She's kind of sulking, very, very quiet on this trip home.
Lythander is kind of just a bit spaced out, like he's got a lot on his mind suddenly.
Right. It's a very quiet trip back. Quiet apart from the normal sounds of the marsh, the crickets and the toads or the frogs, as you will, that are making noises, very ambiance-driven around you. The fire crackles in Jim's hand as he has to occasionally recast this cantrip, but that's no problem. You can hear your own footsteps through the water, but nothing else disturbs you on your way back to the city. Eventually you can see the walls of Craven appearing, coming out of the darkness as you close and get closer. You leave the tree line and find your way back to the path that leads up to the gates. You have the west side gates, where the portcullis is down, and the east side hole in the wall.
I think it's best if we go back through west side.
Yeah.
Yep,
is.
better side.
West side pride.
West Side Pride.
West side pride. Think we could get a beer on the way?
I think the tavern might be closed now. She said it closed at 11.
Oh,
He said Charlie said it closed at 11.
that's unfortunate.
The time is currently, you would guess, somewhere in technically the morning. You believe it is past midnight at this point. You are in early morning hours, but not close enough to sunrise kind of hours.
We should probably get some rest. It's getting early.
Yeah, we should head back into the jail.
I suppose it won't be too late for the fashion show tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, Kip said he set up the thing later in the day because he figured we would want to sleep after being out here in the night.
That's really nice of Kip.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what sucks about this?
What?
Your face.
No, rude. My socks are wet again.
That does suck.
Ah! Hate wet
Lythander-
socks.
Lythander's starting to laugh, and it seems to have snapped him back more towards reality.
Oh my god, you just got me with that one. As you guys are talking, the guard that's on duty on the west side, you see the light of his torch approaching the portcullis as he looks out at you guys on the path and kind of blinks. You're back!
Yeah,
Yes, we are.
we made it.
You look a little worse for the wear.
It was it the black guck that gave that away.
A lot of stuff happened out there.
Your blood?
No.
Mm-mm.
A little.
We may need some rest.
Your grandpa looks awful.
I did all I
I'm
could.
not the grandpa, damn it!
He motions for Lythander to come closer to the portcullis.
I don't need a lecture today. He walks over.
He leans very close to the portcullis so that he can talk very quietly. How old is your grandfather?
He's like nearing 100.
I'm 300!
Make a perception check. Let's see if you can hear them. They are
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
they're intentionally whispering.
Oh, pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's
You got a dirty
20, a dirty 20.
Ooh, you can hear them very quietly, but you can hear them. And the man kind of blinks when he realizes that you have responded and that you can hear their conversation. And he says, "Oh my."
Yeah, he's kind of lost it in his old age.
Come on!
Would it not be more merciful to put him out of his misery?
Points. Hang on, can I roll?
You can roll perception too if you'd like. Oh.
17.
Oh my gosh, you can hear that they're whispering. You can't quite make out what they're saying. They are still whispering.
So close.
The man seems to have lowered his voice just a little bit more because he got kind of thrown off by the fact that Jim seemed to be able to hear him.
What are they talking about?
Saying I'm old and that they should kill me.
Wait, what? Please don't kill him!
Where's your West Side pride? Community, taking care of others. That's my grandpa.
I'm not your grandpa!
Anarchy runs up to the guard.
Please don't kill him! You're not gonna
Hey,
kill him, right?
I'm not looking to kill anyone.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'll get the gate drawn for you guys.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, little miss. He goes, starts cranking this huge wheel on the stone wall, and the gate starts rising up.
Okay. It's a big gate, sharp, pointy things. I hate to be in the center of that when it falls.
Well, he's only lifting it halfway because he's not drawing it all the way up to leave it open for the day or anything. It's the middle
Lythander's
of the
gonna
night.
quickly roll under it.
All right, make a dexterity check. Let's see how smooth this roll is.
6 + 5 is 11.
All right, that's you roll under it. There's nothing really fancy about it, but you roll, you get back to your feet, looking good.
I casually walk under it and just say to Lythander, I have no idea how you even have the energy to attempt that right now.
Anarchy just kind of walks under. She's still kind of in a sulky mood.
You do have to duck your head just a little bit to clear the bottom spikes, but
Okay.
you clear it just fine. Anarchy, however, walks without needing to duck her head at all.
Haha, 4 foot.
Well,
4 foot tall.
lucky you.
And he begins bringing the portcullis back down, tells you guys that you might want to see to bathing, and asks if you need him to go wake the doctor.
No. What?
Aren't you two injured? I mean, you've been through a lot tonight.
Nothing a good nap and maybe a
You
beer
almost
can't
died.
fix.
If
I
didn't
can't
heal
believe
you,
I'm
you could've
agreeing with him,
died.
but I've slept off worse.
If I didn't heal you, you both could have died.
Yep.
Well, you have your own doctor.
I'm out of heal spells, I'm afraid. Well, actually, I
Heal-
might have one more in me, but then I'm gonna
Spells?
need a lot of rest.
I
He tilts his head a little bit in notion to the fact that you said heal spells.
She's not all there upstairs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Healing medicine.
That's my little sister for you. Always running off with her imagination.
Isn't she a gnome?
Yeah, it's adoptive.
Oh.
just
She's
don't
also
ask
older
about
than me.
don't ask about the genetics in his brain. He's a little himself.
I get little sister. That's funny because she's little.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's
So we're gonna go back.
Hey, buddy,
Have a good
listen,
night.
we're not actually related. Just want to let you know, he's crazy. I'm telling you, he's crazy.
Come on, old man. I think it's time for your next medicine dose. Lythander starts ushering everyone along.
All right. You guys are going along. Jim's feet sound a little bit like the SpongeBob footprints. And you're going to the jailhouse again?
Seems like the place to go.
I guess so.
It's
Yep.
free.
It is free.
It is what Anarchy called home, apparently, last session.
Whoops.
Plus, there's
It
a
is-
nice old lady there.
A very sweet old lady there. It is a decently long walk because it is all the way on the other side of the city. So you guys are exhausted. By the point that you have walked from the scene where you guys had your zombie encounter back to the front gate and then all the way back to Kip's place, it's about a little over an hour of walking in total.
Oof.
So you definitely, you're tired, your legs hurt by the time you're getting there. But on the bright side, the door is unlocked. You can let yourselves in.
Hey, kids, remember when I was drunk and you dragged me to bed?
Yeah.
Could you just do that again?
No.
I'm so
Anarchy just
tired.
picks him up.
Oh.
Thanks.
No problem. Where would you like to sleep?
like I don't know, somewhere comfy. I don't care.
When you guys are
You're a
in
good
this
kid.
cell,
That's
in
fun.
the jail, you've entered through the actual door for the jail. So the west side has the actual door for what is the jailhouse. Of course, the building is split down the middle over the crack with all these boards and stuff that go over it. At the thinner end of the building, there are cells on both sides. So the wall that you entered in on, to your right, going all the way back, there's about 4 cells in a row. The furthest cell back, of course, has various large wooden boards put up to create walls, essentially, on that cell. That is the cell that you know that the great-great-grandmother sleeps in. Other than that, there are 3 cells on this side, and there are 3 cells on the other side of the crack. The cells do all have beds. And there is, of course, on the other side of the crack, there is a second cell that has wooden planks up that seems to have been converted and had renovations done to make it into a kitchen. And at the back end of the building, there is a separate door.
Do you have a preference, Jim?
Maybe you should sleep on west side so that way you don't have to cross the boards.
Yeah, probably a good idea. I don't want you falling and hurting yourself.
I did have a strategy for that for the next time I have to cross. Do you want to see?
Jim Anarchy puts Jim down and starts discussing her strategy in a lighter mood.
Okay.
I'm going to defeat the boards through science, but not actually defeat them. Just defeat the issue with them.
Lythander yawns and he walks over onto East Side to go to bed.
Okay. Wait, Lythander, can I ask you something first?
Huh? Sure.
I want to make sure you're okay.
I'm good. Yep.
Okay.
Hey, I hate to be that guy, but do you mind explaining it in the morning? I really gotta hit the hay.
Yeah, sure.
Poor Anarchy!
I'm sorry, kid. You know I like you.
Yeah.
You know.
Have a good sleep.
You too, and just be safe tonight.
Of course.
Go to a bed.
Can Anarchy do something?
Jim.
Yes.
Anarchy finds kind of a quiet corner to sit in. She sits down where she thinks no one can really hear her off to the side.
Well, Lythander presses his lips together since Jim's not staying up to watch her do the thing. He walks back over and says, "You can show Jim in the morning. I'll watch now." The boards, the trick.
Oh.
I never had a little sibling, so.
Oh, I've had an older sibling before, but they weren't like you. But, it was nothing really. You should get some rest. But I do have a question. You were.
I'll tell you what. I'll answer the question if you do your trick.
It was a good idea to test the trick tonight. But I was going to disperse my weight over the boards. I was gonna roll over. On my back. On a bunch of boards. That way there's about 100 pounds per board instead of 5 pounds on one board.
I can teach you some good rolling tricks in the morning.
Oh, could you?
Yeah.
Then I can roll safely. I'll have to roll slowly though.
Sure thing.
I still weigh a lot.
Yes.
But can I ask you the question then?
Go for it.
You were saying things when you blacked out. You were saying things about your dad. And are you okay?
Lythander kind of his eyes kind of zone out for a few seconds before looking back at Anarchy and laughing a little. Yeah, I moved away from home recently. I'm planning to head back home soon and visit my parents. I'd love for you all to meet them sometime, but yeah, we could probably whenever I'm okay. Now he's just kind of fumbling over. It's just been a while since it's been a few months. And eventually I've got to go home and, take over the family business.
Oh, you have expectancies when you go home too.
Yeah, there. See, it's like whatever expectancies you have.
Quite a few.
Same.
I get it.
Yeah, eventually I have to go home, take over the family business and stuff, but I thought first I'd go off and do my own thing. But my parents are real good people. They were never
Sorry,
yeah.
continue.
No, you're okay. They were never religious or anything, but they had found an old religious text or two, and they thought religion had a lot of good principles to it. So they probably would really like you.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same thing for my family. They were, let's just say they were strict.
I don't know if my parents were ever strict, but they had morals and lessons that, I don't know, we fought a lot.
But that's okay. I think it's common for families to fight a lot, at least from my experience.
Yeah, I think it is. They were just looking out for me, And I think they'll always be looking out for me. So.
Well, I'm glad.
Lythander, make a perception check.
Oh boy. Let's hope we didn't wake up Kip. Let's see, that's an 8 minus 2.
Anarchy, you too?
8, 7, 6.
Oh, okay. Oh my.
Whoa.
6.
Anarchy's perceptive tonight. She's got 18.
Anarchy, you are aware that, yes, in fact, from the back room that's all boarded up, the door has opened very quietly, and since you have dark vision particularly, Kip's head did poke out to glance around a little bit, but he hasn't said anything. He simply closes the door and goes back inside.
No, you might have more than just your family watching over you. No, really, I think Kip's listening.
Do I sound sultry? Do you think he's interested?
I think he's wondering if you're okay like I am.
Oh, that's sweet of him.
Maybe you should talk to him.
Probably not tonight. I hear bringing
really well.
I hear bringing in like daddy things into like. It's just. I'm gonna go to bed now. Thanks,
Okay.
Anarchy.
But maybe in the morning you should talk to him.
Okay, I will.
Okay, get some rest.
So Lythander is going to go into one of the cells?
Yep.
No, to be fair, none of the other cells have walls, so like you're all still kind of in the same room. Jim technically could hear that entire conversation because there was no walling.
Jim was asleep, man.
John
give a
straight
shit.
up. Jim was sleeping.
Jim is one of those people that falls asleep real fast.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's
Anarchy,
an old guy. They do that.
you are sitting in the corner for the night then?
Mm-hmm. Anarchy takes a nearby stick to the ground, and she's drawing a face on the ground. It looks similar to her face, but not quite. The hair is a little bit different. But she kind of looks at it and like touches it for a moment, and she says,
Good night.
then she falls asleep beside it and smiles. Well, she can't smile, her face is stuck, but
You know she's smiling inside.
she's smiling inside.
Her eyelids have a more relaxed demeanor to them.
Yeah.
All right, I need Anarchy and Jim to both roll. Oh, we'll call it a Constitution roll.
Oh, jeez.
Constitution.
Constitution.
Oh, it's a dirty 20 for me.
Ooh.
These are good dice tonight. Please don't kill me. Not tonight. Not in my sleep.
Kill me.
So
Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Please, don't kill me.
So it's 18.
It's that black dude.
All right. So, you guys are undisturbed.
Okay.
At some point in the middle of the night, Jim, you do wake up very briefly, just, one of those, like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you kind of have to scratch your face a little bit and roll over. You don't really fully wake up. You're just kind of like, I half woke up and went back to sleep.
Okay.
But by the morning, as you guys are waking up, you are not woken up by Kip. Kip does not come in and start waking you guys up. So anyone who considers their character to be a lighter sleeper is aware when Kip is up and walking around in the morning, because he's not like tiptoeing, but he's also not slamming any doors, doing anything loud. He's just walking like normal because it's his jail cell. It's his jail. So he is up at some point making breakfast and then heading out into town, and he's back and forth. How late do you guys think you want to be sleeping in?
Until I get a long rest.
Until
we
you get a
get
long rest.
Yeah.
We're tired.
All right,
We
so
can heal until it heals us.
you guys do have the benefit of a long rest. With a long rest, you, of course, recover half your hit dice if you're missing any hit dice, and you can recover your full health right now. You're still only level 2.
And during a long rest, I can sub out my spells, can't I?
Yes, you can if you want to change the spells that you have prepared.
If you want to
Yes.
change your spells, and if you want to pray to a god,
You
of
do
nature.
have to meditate and do druidy things to be doing that.
No, okay. Jim's gonna stick with these. I had a funny idea to secretly swap out spells and just DM it to you, Arya, but maybe another time.
All good.
Hey, you could be secretly praying this whole time. Like, I think me and Gina are good with out-of-character information. We're not going to say anything. If you want to be secretly praying
Or meditating and focusing, studying nature,
That's That's fair. Perhaps he is. Arya, unrelated, check your DMs, okay?
Unrelated. I will keep an eye on my DMs. Jack, I need you to make a perception check for me. Did you just message me what your perception check was?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a secret thing.
Super secret.
Super secret perception check. All
Super
right.
secret.
When you are getting up and actually, getting yourself ready for the day and everything, you do end up turning your head and realizing that there is a piece of paper sticking out from under your pillow.
Okay.
Oh, one of these things again. Okay.
You pick up the folded up piece of paper, and again, when you open it, a piece of gold falls out. And there's a note on the inside. You've done well. Thank you so much. The moon goddess. Sorry, the goddess.
The goddess.
The goddess.
Oh, well, no problem. I always feel weird. I feel like can you actually hear me? Or, if you can, just note, it's all good.
How loud is
I'll
he staying?
do my
Actually,
best.
how loud is he? Because I'm sleeping very close by. Can I hear
I'm
this?
subtly saying this.
Okay. It's like if you're saying it too loud, like they're just gonna roll over and groan and throw a pillow at you.
And if Anarchy can hear you, she's gonna be like, "Excuse me, did you say goddess?"
Excuse me, my
Lythander and Anarchy make perception checks.
oh, I think
Yeah,
Because I'm pretty close by, so we'll hear.
10.
15.
Neither of you hears it. He is very
lucky
quiet.
ducky.
Yeah, it's the power of my ducky sleep mask. Makes me quieter.
Oh, did you wear that to bed tonight?
Oh, absolutely. He definitely put that on.
Wait, are we awake now?
You guys are waking up. You've gotten your long rest. You're waking up at your different individual paces, but of course, again, a long rest, that 8 hours, only 6 of it is spent sleeping. You've got 2 hours of downtime. So some of that is before you go to bed, some of that's after you wake up. So you're waking up at your own individual paces, but at this point, you are now all awake at the end of a long rest. Maybe Lythander slept a little bit longer than Jim did, but you're all waking up now and at the end of a long rest.
Anarchy wipes out the drawing.
All right.
And then she bows to it and she's like, "Thank you." And then she does a little meditation to switch out her spells so that she can, this time, instead of coming in with Bless, she wants to learn Shield of Faith because she's very concerned about her friends last night.
Oh, you guys are up. Kip has acknowledged that you guys are generally getting up by coming out with another tray with hot mugs of the same tea that he brought you guys the other day. Considering that, it's early morning, you guys seem to have a long night, and he's brought you some food. This is a decently mixed breakfast, though. Eggs and sausage. You actually have some meat with this meal.
Oh, thank you very much, Kip.
Thanks, Kip.
You didn't have to do that.
Well, you guys had a late night. Nobody wants to cook in the morning after a long day.
Long night.
Long night. Did you guys really go to sleep before going out?
No,
Kind of just the continuation of your day.
Yeah.
but at night. So, Kip. Lythander leans on the table a little.
What's happening here?
They're talking.
I can see that, but
Shh, they're talking.
Kip
okay.
kind of raises an eyebrow, glancing over.
Nothing. Please continue.
Lythander puts a hand through his hair to help.
We'll be
Push it
watching
up more.
awkwardly.
We're going to another room.
Anarchy drags Jim away.
Wait, no, I want to watch this train wreck.
We're going to another room. Bye.
Are you going into one of the cells? Because the only disjoint rooms are the one door that you haven't been through and the 2 makeshift rooms that were made out of cells, the one of which has the grandmother and the other of which has the kitchen.
Wait, is the door across an east side? Across the planks?
Yes.
Okay, no, we don't want to do that until Anarchy learns how to roll properly.
Okay, fair.
So your options are to go into the grandmother's room or to go into one of the open
Oh, I'm
cells.
dragging him to the grandmother's room because it's Anarchy.
No, not the old lady. No.
Your future girlfriend!
I refuse.
Are you fighting her?
No, I'm just kind of whining like a child.
He's just being curmudgeonly.
Yeah, just yeah.
Then you get dragged into the room with the old lady who is still asleep. Or is asleep maybe for a nap. It is just about
Quiet.
lunchtime.
Let's go to the kitchen.
She shouts.
Sorry.
The woman shifts a little bit, but she does not seem to wake up.
Yeah.
Kip now watches you guys exit her room and move to cross the boards to the kitchen.
Oh, it's across the boards? No!
Yes. The west side has 3 cells and the grandmother's room. And the doorway that leads out to west side.
Oh, the dreaded boards. Well, I'm making this attempt.
So Anarchy gets on her back.
I want to picture that she's holding Jim down with her. Gonna roll.
No, wait, this isn't gonna work. We're just gonna go to a cell. I'm sorry, we can't let you have a conversation.
Kip has been watching all this with this passively slightly amused look on his face. It's the first, he doesn't really emote too much. He's generally a very passive, kind of laid back dude, but he's actually kind of amused watching all this. He didn't seem concerned with you going into his grandmother's room. He hasn't been concerned that you almost woke her up. He watched you now debate rolling across and now go into a cell. You guys have been acting fools, and he's very amused by this.
Lythander presses his lips together before looking back at Kip and then saying, I'm gonna be a famous model soon.
He does kind of smirk a little before looking back at you. I believe the model part.
You probably want to snag me before I'm famous, and there's a lot of other people who are getting in line, and I'm available tonight. If you want a free drink at Charlie's.
Do you know that you're available tonight? Don't you have a business meeting?
Well, that's today.
That is. Do you know you're going to be available tonight?
He looks around a little. Yeah, I think the East Side values beauty sleep.
Are you asking me on a date?
Date's such a strong word. I'm asking you out.
Roll a charisma check for me.
Oh my god!
13.
Could always use another drink in my day. Sure.
Nice. Awesome.
I guess. And thus the ship
Oh,
is
cool.
sailed.
That's nice.
I'll see you later tonight.
See you then.
Your meeting's in an hour.
Yeah, okay. Lythander gets up. Hey, Anarchy, you want to learn that roll technique?
Yes, that would probably be a good idea. It looks like I'll need to cross the board again.
Yeah,
Awesome.
if we won't.
Congratulations!
Lythander just waves a dismissive hand. This isn't the first date I've been on. He tries to puff his collar up a bit, even though he does not have a collar.
Yeah, sure, it's not.
His face goes red. It's not.
Well, if you need any advice from a guy who used to be married, let me know.
Used to be.
Ooh.
I'm afraid I've never been in a relationship, nor am I interested. But good luck!
I don't need luck.
Yeah, he's gonna need a lot of luck, kid.
Oh. You think?
Lythander is now going to take this time to get down on the ground and start showing Anarchy some proper rolling techniques and how to distribute weights.
All right.
Getting on the ground and trying to attempt to mimic it.
You guys are pushing boards together to make a nice wide platform for Anarchy to roll across. One thing you do notice when the rolling is happening, these boards aren't bolted down. So occasionally, if your shoulder hits one of the top boards while your torso's on a middle board and your body twists a little bit as you're rolling, you push the boards kind of closer and further apart. They shift as you're rolling a bit.
She's gonna keep rolls slowly.
Roll slowly.
Slowing down toward his face.
Make a dexterity check for me, Anarchy.
Oh
Oh
dear.
no.
Can she make
Oh.
it with advantage from Lythander's teachings?
You can make it with advantage from Lythander's teachings.
Oh, please, God.
Oh no.
We're gonna roll again. Don't kill her today.
Oh no, it's even worse!
Well, advantage means you take the better roll.
Yeah, that's not good.
Better rolls a 4.
And I have -3 dexterity, so it's 1.
And the worst roll was a 1 minus 3, so it would have been a...
Instant death. Can Anarchy cast Bless?
While you are rolling, bless, I believe that's verbal and semantic.
Yeah, you got a problem there.
Yeah.
So you can't use your hands really to be doing the semantic part of this.
God.
Without making your rolling even harder. So as you are
I'm
rolling,
in danger.
you have the unfortunate realization when you hear the sound of scraping wood and you realize for a second it makes your heart like, even though you don't really have a heart, but that feeling in your chest, there's a tense moment where your heart skips a beat because you have a thought that a board is breaking under you, and then you realize, oh no, it's not a board breaking under me. It's that I've completely lost the board that was supporting my shoulder and head for the top part of my body. And then you realize the board that was supporting my shoulder and head has moved too far away and you are actually in the process of falling off of the boards. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh my God.
Lythander didn't teach her how to save herself from falling.
Please don't go to the hospital today. Please don't go to the hospital. She has 9.
So as you are falling, you attempt to save yourself. You grab onto the board that was supporting the middle part of your body, but the weight of your shoulders and your head is heavier than what can be supported by your arm reaching out to grab the other side of the board. And you realize what's actually happened is you've started to flip the middle board up. You are currently falling down into this rut in the ground. And again, it doesn't go terribly deep. It's only a few feet. It's not like you would fall and hurt yourself, but it's this unholy earth that you have yet to test and figure out whether or not you trust it. As the board is flipping up, Kip has run and dove to try to grab onto the edge of the board and to try and weigh it back down. He doesn't weigh very much, but it is giving you another attempt at your saving throw.
Shit. Oh, so much better. Thanks, 16.
With Kip weighing it down, you're able to kind of lean back a little bit and put some more weight towards the bottom half of your body, and the board does get righted again. There is a slight splitting sound, and you realize there's now a crack down the middle of this board.
This is a bad idea. This is a bad idea. This was a bad idea. This is a bad idea.
But the board is flat, and you are now back on 2 boards, one of which is split under the middle part of your body.
Kip, what do we do?
Take a breath. Stay calm. Lythander, go grab the board and bring it back under her head.
Lythander will start adjusting the boards.
Jim, grab the other end of it to move the other end.
Got it. Jim rushes to do that.
Anarchy, I need you to lift your head and your shoulder enough to let that other board under you.
Okay.
Make it... Oh, never mind. With Kip's nat 20 to keep the 2 boards that you are currently on nice and flat. He's got his knees on the one board and his hands on the other board. You get the 3rd board back under your shoulder and head. And now Kip is directing you to basically put more weight on your shoulder and on your feet on those boards. He's got them held in place. Yes, we need to bring the cracked board out from under you. It won't support you.
I'll do my best.
Jim, pull the cracked board out. Lythander, get the board at the far end of the jail.
Got it.
Aye, sir. Lythander runs over to get the board.
Now's not the time for flirting.
Please, I support this, but I'm very scared.
Anarchy, I need actually all 3 of you to make some strength checks for me, because the boards, while not incredibly heavy, the biggest thing that's causing a problem in terms of moving them is that they are long, which makes them a little bit awkward in terms of the weight distribution, because they act like a lever when you're on one end trying to pull them off of the crack, especially trying to pull them out from under Anarchy and trying to slide one under Anarchy, because you can't just lower it down from a high position.
Oh my God.
I
are you
got a
kidding me,
15.
Anarchy?
Lythander got a 13.
She's
15,
got
13.
7. She's not doing so well today. She's very, very anxious right now.
Oh boy.
Anarchy does not perform well under pressure.
Anarchy seems like she's shaking a little bit as she's basically kind of bridged just a little bit in the middle on these 2 boards. Kip also seems like he's decently focused. The boards are sliding just a little bit further apart, and he seems like he's very focused. He's got one hand reached out further into the middle and one one foot reached out further to try and hook the outsides of each of these boards to keep them from sliding apart.
Anarchy's saying a silent prayer right now. She's just kind of like mouthing it and just like, please God us out. Please God us out. Please God us out.
As Lythander is getting the board slid under Anarchy and trying not to like drop the other end into the crack so far that like it gets stuck on the ledge, Kip tells Jim that grab the other end as it's getting there to lift it up enough to hook onto the other side of the jail cell, of the jailhouse.
Got it.
You guys get this 3rd board under Anarchy, and after Kip kind of nudges it a couple times, sees that it's sturdy, he says that you should be able to put your weight back on it.
Are you sure?
You should be good.
Okay.
She does that.
Now what?
Keep rolling. I've got the boards on this end.
Thank you, Kip.
Lythander's gonna hold the boards together on the other end.
You have to run over to the other end. You're on the side with Kip right now. Jim is
Oh.
on the other side.
Really well.
Hi, I'm helping out over here.
All right. You guys hold the
board.
boards.
Too much.
You guys hold the boards, and with the boards being held, it makes it much easier for her to be slowly rolling across them. The weight is distributed, and none of them slide further apart. So she makes it to the other side just fine. And
We're
Kip
never doing that
offers-
again. We're never doing that again. And we're never doing that again. We're never doing that again. We're never doing that
Hey,
again.
anarchy. Lythander puts a hand on each of her shoulders. We'll just go the long way and go out of the hole in the wall and come back through the gate from now on,
Probably
okay?
a good idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
we are never doing that again. Ever.
Thank you, guys. I'm so sorry.
Lythander gives a good firm couple pats on your shoulders
It
before
was a
letting
dumb
go.
idea. I'm so sorry.
So,
Hey.
Kip, how much do we owe you at this point? Like, you saved our asses quite a few times lately.
I think I technically owe you money.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we
right, the job.
Last night, we gotta talk about last night. 'Cause
What happened?
There were things out in the marsh.
You were undead.
They looked human, but
They were zombies.
They were undead.
Not entirely sure what zombies are. What do you mean by undead?
Dead people who are
reanimated.
unholy reanimated.
His brow furrows a little bit in thought, trying
I
to.
know it's hard to believe, but I saw it with my own eyes. Those things, they were dead people. They were like puppets. They were moving, but they weren't alive.
Oh, and there was this creepy girl who literally got in Lythander's head.
It was
Not that
Literally got in Lythander's.
Not that that's gonna put any distance between me and you.
No,
I'm not sure you understand.
I
what the
chased
word
her down and tried
literally
to.
means.
she possessed him.
Yeah, and I chased her down,
But not with her
killed
beauty.
her, and then felt bad for her when she was crying for her mommy and let her go.
She was really young and scared.
She
Yeah,
looks to be a young teen.
I don't think she knew what she was doing.
She wasn't one of these undead creatures.
No, she wasn't.
She was something else entirely.
I think the disappearances from Craven. I don't think anybody who's left is alive anymore.
What did the girl look like?
She had. Sorry, go for it.
She had dark hair, I think.
She did have dark hair. You do know that the hair was dark, that it was cut pretty short. She was covered in a lot of mud and grime, so it was kind of hard to ID too much about her.
She had dark hair, dark eyes, and she looked so scared. She
was crying.
reminded me of my sister.
He slowly nods.
I don't think it was her, though. My sister would be a lot older by now.
Your sister's human?
Something like that. One of them. I have a lot of sisters.
I'll try to compile a list of the disappearances, see if I can scrounge up some pictures of the missing persons.
I don't think you'll find my family. I'm sorry. Thank you for trying. But I think this is a different person, truly. My family is very, very far away.
I think he's talking about
ocean away.
I think he's talking about the disappearances in the town.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
that's very important. I'm so sorry.
Lythander rubs Anarchy's back, but we'll find your sisters too.
I really don't think you will. But thank you. But yes, please help the people who are missing and help them find them.
I'll scrounge up the disappearances from the town, see if I can find some pictures of them, and maybe you guys can ID one of them as being the girl, or maybe as some of the undead that
Will do.
you fought.
Yeah.
We can do that.
And Kip, if you happen to run into her, get the hell out of there.
Or bring a net that's attached to a really long rope and bring her back in, because I think she needs serious medical help.
Mm-hmm. She's very scared.
But she's very dangerous as well.
Yes, that as well.
If these were undead, do you suppose that the disappearances are people being taken and killed and then made to be undead?
It's a possibility. I
Probably.
can't confirm it though. It could be raised dead.
What's that?
Some people are talented and they can do unholy things, like bring the dead back to life. Or holy things. Some holy people do that too, but if they get certain permissions. But some people do unnatural things.
He slowly nods, rubbing the
Sometimes.
back of his head. I'll see what kind of information I can scrounge up for you today. And then he walks back into the back room with the grandmother in it, and comes back out about a minute later with a leather bag that he dumps onto the desk that he has at the front end of the building, and he starts counting out gold coins, 15 for each of you.
Yay!
Thank you.
Yay, money!
Oh, also, happy birthday, Gina.
Oh, actually, that's next week.
No,
Thank
never
you.
mind. Coming up. Happy birthday. Happy early
Hey.
birthday.
Actually, when this podcast comes out, if it comes out next Saturday, then it's the day before her birthday. So comment down below, happy birthday, Gina. Even if it's late, you still do it.
It is coming out next Saturday. It should be.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody come and happy birthday, Gina.
Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Gina! Even if
Yeah,
you're
happy
listening to this
birthday,
in May or
Gina.
June or July.
Yeah, just do it, because Gina's a nice person and deserves birthday wishes and stuff.
All right. Kip gives a nod and puts the rest of the leaves and puts the rest of the bag back in that back room, and glances out the door before saying that you guys should probably be making your way over to Jacques. He'll be expecting you. Right.
Yes.
We have money. We have money.
I'm gonna make a
Just
detour
so
before I head to
that we
Jacques. I'll meet you guys
have
there.
money.
Okay.
And we have money. We have money.
Is this a capitalism song? Is this how you worship your goddess capitalism?
Yes, except when it comes to capitalism, we make up songs whenever we want, and I just
Oh.
made this one up.
Well, that sounds like fun. Can I join you?
Yeah, we
Okay.
have money. We have money. I'm just so happy. We have the money.
Picture Anarchy and Jim like waltzing out of the jail cell through this hole in the wall through the one cell onto the east side, and they're like bouncing a little, swinging their arms as they
Yeah,
walk.
that's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's going on.
So, you guys head out and make your way over to Jacques. When you go in, little bell ringles. You guys get into the shop. Jacques is currently in the back. You can see him as you walk in. He's got the peacock outfit that he had been working on the woman the other day. It is currently on a mannequin. He seems to be making some alterations to it. He does glance over at you guys as you walk in. before he goes back to his work and says not to touch anything.
Looks fabulous.
Oh, hey, Jacques, this is it's pretty awkward. Sorry about my little outburst back the other day.
We are extremely sorry about yesterday.
Yes, I believe Kip indicated as much to me.
Yeah.
Puts the needle that he has currently in a large poofy thing on his wrist that seems to have lots of other little metal pins and such sticking out of it.
It's so
And he
shiny.
looks over. I thought there were 3 of you.
Yeah, he took a detour. I honestly don't know where he is, but he said he's coming.
He wants to be a top model, or he would like to
Yeah,
strive to
he
be.
wants to be like the best or something. He's really putting a lot of effort into
He's
this.
a hard worker.
He looks over and specifically looks at you, Jim. I don't suppose you will be having another outbreak today, will you? Outbreak? Outburst.
No.
No.
Yes, well, I suppose we will wait for your 3rd member if they are coming.
Do you need any help with anything?
No, I just need you to not set anything on fire.
Can't do. I don't have any fire. Any fire at all.
I have infinite fire, but I won't do
He's not
anything
gonna
with
do
it
a
today.
thing. All right, Jim.
And he eyes you both for a second before going and actually pulling a tape measure off from around his neck. You, little one, shiny one, come here. I need your measurements.
Of course.
I'll just wait here and I don't know, stand here.
Good. Stand there and do not touch anything.
Maybe I'll sit on the floor. Is that cool? I'm a
May I
little
ask
bit
you a
tired.
question,
I'm
sir?
fine with that.
Okay.
The star on my hip, do you think we can incorporate it with the outfit? By chance? It's very, very precious to me. It's a family heirloom.
He tilts
It's
his head
priceless.
and examines it, flips it over to see the back of it, unless you stop him from touching it.
She kind of pushes it down. It's like,
It's very, very precious to me.
It's a little dirty.
I can help you clean it. I can clean it.
If we clean it up, then it fits the theme. I don't see why not. Are
Thank
you
you so
attached to it being on your hip?
It doesn't need to be on my hip, just on my person. Wherever you like.
I think we can work with that.
Okay.
Turn it into a tiara.
You do realize that if I am to incorporate it into the outfit in some way, I might need to handle it.
Okay.
This is okay with you?
Okay. As long as I can be nearby. It's my favorite thing.
That's fine by me. He proceeds to be getting measurements. He takes a lot of measurements of you, like not just your waist, but your waist, and then like the bottom of your rib cage, and then your bust, and then your shoulders as well. He's getting
it's all rock.
it's all rock. Well, he seems a little intrigued by this. At some point, he asks if you take your armor off ever.
No. It's spiritual thing. An exercise, so to speak.
So
A lot of dedication.
you are to be wearing my outfit over all of this.
Yes.
Does he try to remove the mask?
Very well. He has not tried to remove the mask. The part of your head that he gets a measurement of is the wide part, like over your forehead and everything. He takes a measurement at the widest part there. And then he takes a measurement basically like from under your jaw up in front of your ears into the top center of your head. He takes that as a measurement, but he does not try to remove the mask.
Respecting personal boundaries.
Good for him.
Once he finishes, he gets measurements of your feet, of your thigh. He gets a ton of measurements. At some point, actually, because he has to be moving some of your clothes and stuff like that, he actually leads you into a back changing room where he can be moving your skirt around to be getting like thigh measurements and stuff as well to try and so you are not having clothing moved around and stuff out in the open area where anybody could walk by his shop and potentially see. And he seems to be writing all these measurements down. By the time he is finishing up with Anarchy, Lythander is, of course, arriving at the store as Jacques is leading you back out of the back room and saying, "Old man, you're next."
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
He gives a nod and leads Jim into the back room to proceed doing the same exact thing. He is moving clothes around, getting measurements of all sorts of parts of your body. Every part of your body that could need a measurement taken for the sake of clothing being fitted very thoroughly, properly to you.
Man, you can't. As you can see, it's all very jiggly.
You are not the fattest person I've worked with.
Oh, that's nice to know. Thank you.
And all body types are beautiful.
I've worked with this. I still make you a piece of art. It's fine.
So when we get up on stage, I just was wondering, how much showmanship you want here?
I will have one of my top models give you some runway lessons before we hit the runway. We have a practice run. I teach you how to walk properly. We make sure you know how to walk in the outfit. They will be comfortable outfits. You all travel a lot.
Okay, and how do you feel about super cool fog setting a stage? And high jumping?
Can you make fog?
I think that these things are fine in theory, assuming that they do not startle anyone or break the runway. What kind of jumping are you talking about? 100 feet, 300 feet? Like, this seems unnecessary.
I was just thinking, like, just jumping on all cool, maybe doing like a flip on there. I don't know, trying something. Maybe I shouldn't. No, I'm pretty
His
old.
eyes
Just the
kind
fog.
of scan you a little bit. Can you jump like that without breaking a hip?
Maybe.
Perhaps we leave the jumping and flipping to the little acrobat who was doing all the handstands the other day.
Oh, I could do a backflip. I did while drunk once.
Can we get together?
If you do a backflip and you cannot walk the runways, then I'm not making you an outfit. I would suggest.
Okay, just the fog, maybe. If you think it's a cool showmanship thing.
I think the fog would be a very cool showmanship thing. Fog machines are a very big thing.
Yes.
Lythander, you are there. Jim is in the back with Jacques for about 15 minutes.
Lythander leans over to Anarchy. What was it like?
Well, there was a lot of kind of violating. Oh no! He was just doing his job, but
Totally.
please don't take this the wrong way.
Oh, I'm not taking it the wrong.
Job. This poor man's just doing his job, I swear. He's very kind and very reasonable.
Sounds like fun.
About 15 minutes later, he comes back out with Jim and looks over.
Lythander stands up. I'm ready. Walking over.
Well, he goes into the back with you and proceeds to be measuring you in just the same way, measuring every part of you.
Lythander has a very coy smirk the whole time.
Oh no!
It does not seem to have phased Jacques. Jacques seems to be focused on doing his work. He pokes at some part of your stomach at some point.
Like what you feel.
Oh my god!
You have a date!
He has a night out. They're not, what is that, going steady?
They're not going steady.
I can't breathe.
Oh, gosh. And he starts, for you in particular, he actually takes a lot more measurements in terms of your wingspan, having you stretch in different ways, starts asking you, how do you tend to move, what are your most, so that way he can get measurements of like your back curl and stuff like that, because...
Sure. Lythander's going to go into all kinds of positions for this.
Oh my
God!
But besides that, Lythander may try to do the backflip thing that you always
Take it easy in there.
I swear to God, guys.
But this one already advertised that he does a lot of flexible things, so the outfit needs to be able to move with him. Okay, roll with dexterity. Okay. You can do acrobatics.
He was lucky.
Okay.
Okay. Let's try not to break anything.
Please don't break anything.
There we go. So that's acrobatics. 23.
You are doing some very impressive things, including you do this backflip, and he watches and seems to be thinking for a little bit before he's taking notes. He's generally basically having you do like a mini 5-10 minute acrobatic show of the things that you tend to be doing so that he can take notes and stuff of like, you know, where does he need to make sure that there's enough stretch or give or extra fabric and everything. He's taking notes as you are giving him this little private show, basically. And once you seem like you are thoroughly satisfied with having shown him your dexterity, he tells you that you can leave and he will be out in a moment. And he walks back out after a minute to look at you all. All right, I have your measurements. I started working on the outfits. Here is what I am thinking for the deal. First...
Please, ducks, please, ducks, please, ducks.
Ducks?
You heard nothing.
Remember, he wanted his face mask incorporated.
Yes, I recall. I have an excellent
Jim puts
memory.
his mask over on his forehead again.
Yes, I take the mask into account when I make use these outfits.
Yes.
The first condition, you are going to be runway models for me. The fashion shows that I'm coordinating is in 2 days. It is a very quick turnaround. I'm going to be very busy. I do not need you guys coming in and killing my time. I do need you guys coming in when I need you to come in for fittings. So I expect you have the ability to be timely.
We can do that.
When do you need us?
I
Or
don't.
are you just gonna like call
I
for
will-
us?
I will need you again tomorrow afternoon for the fittings.
Time is my middle name.
Your parents must have hated you.
You have a middle
Wanted me to
name?
be punctual.
I never knew this.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even know you had a middle name.
Lythander Time Fisher.
Don't wear it out.
You'll be here again tomorrow afternoon for the fitting. You will be here tomorrow evening to meet with my top model, Angelica. She will teach you what you need to be doing on the runway, how to walk, how to not look like an idiot.
Okay.
Sounds like an angel.
The fashion
Well,
show
you
is
know,
in 2
this
days.
this guy here, Lythander, he's gonna need a lot of work on that category.
Sandra looks down.
Oh. The second thing that I need you to be doing. I don't know what your time is like today, how quickly you guys work. You said you were adventurers, so you travel, you handle yourselves, we?
Yeah?
I don't have to pee.
Pardon?
I don't have to wee.
Actually, I do a little, but I can hold it.
I never have to be.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I'd imagine you got really good at holding it in after being in the ocean for 100 years.
I think it'd be the opposite. She just like let it out whenever she wanted.
What?
Never mind. Sorry, we're
Anarchy
distracted.
puts the hood up.
I promise you, she's a talented kid.
There are crocodiles in the marshlands. I want you to go out, bring me 3 of them. Dead. I don't need them alive and running around the city.
Ooh. I get to burn something, at least. Crocodiles!
I mean,
Yeah, screw nature! Woo!
I need you to bring me these 3 crocodiles with their skin relatively unharmed.
Oh,
oh,
okay.
I use the skin, I make jackets, I sell off the meat to some of the vendors here, I sell off the bones to some of the jewelers and stuff. I use the money that I make from selling everything else off to cover the costs of your outfits and the outfit that you burned yesterday.
this isn't the first time I've gathered materials for things.
Oh, well, at least I get to beat some nature. Let's go, guys! This is gonna be fun!
That is my second condition.
Oh,
My third condition is that since you are adventurers, I assume you are leaving the city at some point. You're not living here the rest of your lives.
yeah,
Yes.
eventually.
Right.
Don't plan on it. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. When you go out in the world, you wear these outfits that I am letting you keep, and you tell people who made them.
Wait, you're letting us keep them?
Oh, wait, awesome! Okay, thanks!
Thank you so much.
Yes, I am
Oh.
a charitable individual.
That is very charitable. I hope the goddess likes them.
So do I,
I'm
especially
sure
if
she
she
will.
brings more business into mine.
Wait.
Can I cast bless on him? Which won't do anything, but just for the spirit of it.
You start praying and moving around. He kind of blinks and then looks at Lythander. What is your shiny friend doing?
Godly things.
Ah,
She's very religious. She's blessing you, I think.
Yes.
She believes in Saloony.
Salune.
Saloony.
Salune.
Saloony.
Salune.
Saloony. Because she's a lunatic.
I am blessing him with the moon goddess Salune, and that you may do well in your business endeavors.
Lythander nods.
Well, thank you. I'm not superstitious, but I take whatever I can get. So those are my 3 conditions.
Okay, those sound like fun conditions. I like them.
Do we have to wear it every day? Or are you gonna hunt us if we don't wear it?
How am I going to know when you're wearing my outfit?
Okay.
Yeah, just wear it frequently.
If you wear it every day, it will smell, it will get worn. Do not wear it into battle. Do not damage it and then lose it. Try to take care of it. I assume you're going to wear it in inconvenient moments regardless. You're adventurers. Those are dirty sorts. But
I am very good at taking care of clothes when they're not in the ocean for 100 years.
Any tips and tricks on how one hunts a crocodile?
I know how.
do I look like I have ever in my life hunted a crocodile?
I have. Well, not a crocodile per se, but I've gathered materials for other things before, and I know kind of how.
I did know a man once by the name of Crocodile Dundee.
Okay, we're gonna leave then.
This is kind of dark, but we just need to bonk them on the heads, which is really dark. And also, we have to thank the goddess after we've collected our things.
So yeah, we're gonna let Jim bonk the crocodile.
We are not burning it. We have to.
I know.
We have
But
to be
he has
very
that nice quarter
with
staff.
reserves.
Come on, guys. Lythander walks out.
Thank you so much,
Best
sir.
day ever!
How are we gonna drag
God,
the crocodiles back?
Isn't this great, guys? We got paid. We get to screw some nature. Oh man, if I get to light a fire, this day will be perfect.
I could probably lift one crocodile. I don't know how we're gonna get the others. Unless we take them one by a time and we get a cart.
I'm gonna head back to West Side for a bit, guys. Meet me outside.
Oh, would
Okay.
you like some company?
Sure, if you want to, but I was just gonna go across the short way.
Yeah, let's just go with them. Oh.
No, let's not.
Yeah, I'll go with you, kid. I'll make sure you're safe, okay?
Thank you.
Aww.
And I'll
wholesome
teach you how to bonk a crocodile in the head.
Ooh, please do.
Oh gosh.
Lythander's going over to the West Side to go to wherever a general goods store might be to see about trying to find some sort of because he assumes that they've made stuff for marshland kind of stuff, but more or less something that wheels. That way there's less weight and distribution and other things.
Absolutely.
How much is that going to cost?
You want to buy basically a small cart that you can pull through the marshland.
Yes. Maybe rent for the day if at all possible.
We have some carts that will work in the marshlands. You can see that they've got some decently large wheels, and they also have extra work put into the bottoms to keep water out of the cart and stuff. So that way, even if water, especially up there,
Flotation devices on the side.
just to generally help. If you're in a much deeper part, the cart's not going to go under. Then it's going to act a little more like a boat. But when you're in the shallower parts, there's these big wheels and stuff.
Lythander's actually going to quickly start geeking out about this. After all, when he was younger, he had to cart fish very often from his coast side over to one of the major cities. So he's just a little bit geeking out over how this cart is set up.
The wheels are pretty wide, so that way, they're not like these thin wooden wheels that'll just sink through the mud that's underneath the layer of water and stuff. It'll actually be pushing mud out of the way and not getting too.
This is so genius. I could have
down.
really used something like this over in the sandy beaches area. Our cart was constantly getting by. This is a genius design. How did you guys come up with this?
Trial and error. Some people call it science and mechanics. We call it, hey, this works.
I like it. Have you considered calling it, hey, this works?
I can sell you the cart for 15 gold.
15 gold. What about renting?
You know for sure it's going to be coming back.
How much will I get when I return it?
If it's in good condition, I'll give you 13 of your gold back.
All right. Lythander will give him 15 gold for now.
And he gives you the cart. You got an animal to pull that, or are you just? I mean, it's not a huge thing. It is a small cart, but it's just you got an animal, or are you just pulling it yourself?
Sorry, we have an anarchy.
Yeah, like
They are.
the whole they got an army. We got a Hulk. We have an animal. We have an anarchy.
I think we'll be able to pull it.
All right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And he will bring it on out.
Of course, wider tiles does mean more traction with the ground, so pulling it on the dry land is harder than pulling your cart was back home because the thinner wheels meant less traction to the ground, so it rolled a lot easier. But you can. It's an empty cart. I mean, you can pull it along just fine. You've got this cart, and you go out front to meet Jim and Anarchy, who are waiting patiently for you, I assume.
Oh, you got a cart! Good job, Lythander!
Thank you. Look at this thing. It's got like little flotation devices on the side of it. This thing's ingenious.
No kidding.
Huh.
Or is it genius?
Seems pretty handy. Good thinking, kid.
Would you like for me to pull it?
If you want to have a go at it, but it's empty right now. I've got no problem pulling it. He's got a dumb little smile on his face.
Okay, if it makes you happy.
It does kind of make me happy.
Now,
Well, that's good.
I should technically. This is only a very, very minor retcon. You guys can have all your health back. That's all fine. You're all still a little bit tired and sore from the day because none of you washed before bed, so you went to bed with the grime of the marsh on you and stuff. Which is just,
We're still disgusting.
you guys are very disgusting. Jacques was notably disgusted by it when he was taking your guys' measurements, and you're pretty sure when you were leaving his shop that he was sweeping out the floor and like different like dried mud that flaked off of you and stuff as you guys were in there. People on East Side in general were giving you some pretty dirty, disgusted looks because
West Side's fine with us.
yeah, see, West Side was like, yeah, looks like you had some work today, but the East
So
Side
we came in on East Side, us singing like we got the money, we're in the money, and here we are like all dirty and
yup.
That makes it so much funnier. Oh my gosh.
You guys are walking out into the marshlands. When you exit the city, do you want to travel east or west into the marshlands?
Hey guys, since we're West Side Pride, should we go west?
Well, that's on the east.
You're right.
wait, which direction did we go when we saw the? Do we know which direction we kind of went in when we kind of saw the zombie people?
The shambling was to the east of the city.
Yeah, let's go to the west.
Yeah, like that's kind of, isn't that kind of where the girl ran?
The girl ran north.
Oh, right. I have bad direction. So yeah, let's go east, which is also west, and I'm confused still.
You guys turn right and you head off towards the west when you leave the city. You are walking through the marshlands, hoping to find a crocodile. What are you guys doing to try and track down a crocodile?
Okay.
Here, gators.
No.
Here, gator.
Can Lythander make an intelligence roll to see if he knows that they look like logs?
Okay.
Oh my god. Can I tell you how to find how to
That
do
is
this?
16.
Oh yeah, you only taught me how to kill
That'd
them.
be what? Nature?
Yeah.
17.
Okay, you know that.
Guys, they should look a bit like logs in the water.
Well, that's good. Can I tell you how to, capture these sort of things?
Sure.
What do you
I
know?
have a little experience of this in the past. Sometimes my family would ask me to get certain materials for certain rituals.
Your sisters?
Ooh.
Not my sisters, more like my older parents. Several
Aren't
of
all
them.
parents older?
Hmm?
Aren't all parents older? Like they have to exist before you, so they have to be older than you.
Oh, you're right. They're like, we consider them our elders. I grew up in a very large church.
So you're like a monk?
Sort of. Well, I was a cleric. Cleric in training.
Is that what you call yourself?
Yes.
Huh. So, like, they weren't, like, really your sisters.
As blood related as you can. Oh, at least the ones that look like
physical
me do.
blood. So
No,
like physical blood.
Stone. I think we're cut out of similar stone. Some of us. Some of us are cut from the same stone.
So y'all wear the same armor.
Oh my god.
Lythander, I probably should tell you something. This isn't armor. This is my body.
Sure.
Lythander.
Lythander winks at you.
Can I? Okay, I'm gonna show you both something. And
Well-
if I show you something, I kind of trust you guys. And do you think you can keep it on the down, the down low?
I don't think you need to be showing us anything. We
Alright.
want to make you break your comfort zone.
No.
Or my comfort
it's
zone.
probably important to know.
No, I don't think it is.
Are you sure?
Look, whatever armor thing you've got going on, that's great and all. I don't need to be in any more information than what's necessary.
Hey,
It's seriously my body.
kid. Let her do what she feels is important.
All right.
Okay. Here goes nothing. This.
How long would it take for me to take my mask off? Because it's pretty on good.
It's on pretty good. Is it actually like screwed on and because it's got to be physically attached through some mechanisms here. So
Mhm.
do you have a set of tools to take it off?
That's a good question. I don't think I have tools per se.
Then you probably are incapable of taking off your own mask right now
You're right.
without basically acquiring essentially a screwdriver or like an Allen wrench or something.
Or
to
like,
breaking
you
it.
can
Never mind. I
these
forgot. I don't have a wrench. But if we have a wrench and we're in a place private, I could show you what it looks like without my mask.
I have a crowbar.
This is a very
Lythander.
delicate mask. I may not be
Lythander,
able to blink again if we use a crowbar.
Sandra hums, I also have a crowbar.
I seriously may not be able to blink again if we use a crowbar.
Okay. Maybe we should just carry on then. We'll do this later.
Yes.
Hey, I believe you, kid.
Thank you.
Okay. You guys are now you're hunting for these crocodiles. You now know that they look like logs. Is there any other specific details that you guys want to incorporate?
Okay, I do want to give some instructions.
Right.
So we can't damage the hide. So it's important not to get any blood on them, if possible. We're going to need to lure them out one by one, and I can bonk them on my head with my hammer.
Can I bonk some on the head too?
Can
Don't
I
know if you're
stab the head with my knife?
No, you could.
She just said no blood, damn
We're
it!
trying to get as little blood as possible, but
You can
But-
step on them.
maybe.
They're scaled. They're leather. It's not like fur.
Yeah, but still, we want to keep it as intact as possible.
Yep.
And bonking on the head typically does it.
Cool, so I'll be sitting this fight out. Lythander is looking at his
Actually,
short sword and couple
wait,
daggers.
Hey, Lythander,
Lure
why
it
don't you...
out.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say we take some rocks to throw, but that's a good
We
idea.
can do it safely. We'll plan a trap of sorts.
You want me to what?
Plan a trap?
You're the bait!
No, he's not the bait!
You're the bait. The gators will be like yummy food. You run over here while they chase you, and then we go, oh, bonk, and they're dead.
I know I had that talk. I know I had that talk about using a smaller fish to get a bigger fish, but I am not the smaller fish.
No,
But,
he's
like,
not the smaller fish!
You are a fisher, so, you pick the name, buddy. You're a fish. Jim winks at him.
So now Lythander is caught off guard. You're not my type.
Oh, no, not that kind of wink, you idiot.
Oh.
I have a date tonight.
I'm taken tonight.
Yeah, obviously.
We know.
And I'm still desperately hoping that my ex-wife comes back.
I'm sorry for your loss, man. You keep bringing her up.
Is everything okay with your wife?
Look, I miss her. I miss my wife. I miss her a lot.
I'm sorry.
I hear you have hands for that.
No, wait, what?
Okay.
Don't say that in front of a literal child.
I hear you have Rosie Palmer.
Oh my
What?
God. Ignore him. He's a degenerate, and that's
Is this
why
like-
he's the bait.
Medicine? Is he asking you to, like, grind medicine?
Yes, he's asking me to
Grind something.
take a special
God.
to take a special medicine to make me happy and forget about my wife.
Oh, do you need me to make that for you?
No,
No,
it's good. I'd rather not forget about her. Thank you.
Oh, no, of course not that. But, like, if there's no, wait, I don't know how to make medicine, but I should really learn.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Sorry.
Lythander, this is why you're the bait. Get out there.
Lythander nods slowly. Yeah. My dad was never appreciative of my jokes either.
What? There was a joke somewhere?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't say it in front of a kid.
I'm sorry if there was a joke and I didn't laugh.
She's older than me. She said she's 100. Lythander looks down. I don't understand. If she's 100, she's 100.
Go get the gators. Here's some rocks. He passes Lythander a couple of small pebbles from the water.
Shouldn't we have a better plan than just throwing a rock at a gator?
No, you throw it past the gator to make a splash, and then the
I thought we were
gator
hunting
goes,
crocodiles.
crocodiles, gators, same shit. It goes like, what? What was that splash? And then it sees you, and you're like, you stick your tongue out or slap your butt, something, I don't know, something that pisses it off, moderately annoys it, and then you run over here, and we bonk him on the head.
Hey, does Anarchy know anything a little bit more in detail about what, crocodiles look like to help Lythander out there?
Well, Lythander already shared that they'll look like logs in the water, basically. If they're just sitting and chilling in the water, they're gonna look like logs.
Perfect. Anarchy's gotta follow him pretty close behind.
Oh, Lythander's gonna climb a
bonk
tree.
him on the head.
Oh. Lythander is climbing a tree. Roll dexterity for me.
Oh.
15 plus 7 is 22. Yes?
Alright.
Yes.
It does take you guys about half an hour of walking around in the marshland before you end up coming across Lythander as you're scouting out ahead and moving among the trees. Before you see a log that looks like it is very likely a crocodile.
Cool. Lythander is up a tree, and he's going to try and tie with his hemp rope a hold knot. I know he has experience because he's used to using boats and stuff. He has not expertise. That's a different thing. But he has proficiency in using water vehicles. Mm-hmm. So I know he knows how to use some knots, but I still feel like he should make a roll to see how well he remembers all those knots.
Also, Anarchy's hiding in a nearby bush.
13, 14.
Jim is with Anarchy. Just
14?
14.
You're pretty sure you've got the knot.
Okay, once he has the knot, he's gonna try and chuck it towards the log and hope that it catches on some of the ridges to kind of yank on the crocodile a bit and disturb it.
Alright, roll dexterity. Make that a ranged attack to be trying to loop the thing near the crocodile.
17.
17, that hits. Sure, you've successfully looped something near the crocodile.
Okay, I'm gonna pull gently to try and fasten the loop more.
Alright, you pull gently, the loop fastens.
Then he's gonna pull a little bit harder.
Start disturbing this crocodile.
The following is Silly Songs with Jack.
Kippin' Lythander sitting in the tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
First comes love.
then comes fishing.
And then comes
Anarchy shipping it all.
Thank you for listening to Silly Songs with Jack. We will now resume our scheduled program.
You have now nudged this crocodile with the branch of the nearby bush, essentially in the marsh, which is attached to your rope. You've now nudged the crocodile, and it is now moving through the water. You see this log is now moving.
I don't have a tight grip on it because I've only got it by its ridges. So I'm gonna try and tug on it again to try and convince it that it wants to go towards me.
Roll percent for me.
That's a 27.
27. It is not going close to you.
Guys, it's getting away.
Okay, let's charge at it. What do you think?
No, we can't do that.
Ah,
We have to bring it over here some other way.
throw rocks. Hey, Lythander, throw those rocks I gave you.
What rocks? Where?
The ones I handed you earlier.
Wait,
Did
you mean
not
those
bring 'em up?
those excuses for rocks?
The little pebbles, the ones that would moderately annoy it.
Yeah. You see how your tone shifted? Like Anders is looking down. Rocks to pebbles.
Well, either way, just throw them. It'll moderately
Everyone
annoy
make
it.
Everyone make a perception check.
13 for me.
A 4.
Jim, what's your armor class?
11.
Oh no.
I'm scared.
Whoa!
I'm beside him.
So close. A different crocodile came up from behind your group as you guys were yelling and making yourselves certainly the epicenter of attention here,
Oh.
and tries to take a really good bite at you, Jim. But as it lashes out to do so, its nose kind of knocks your feet out from under you instead. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh gosh.
God. Oh no.
I wanted him to play the.
It's a 6.
Oh no!
And you totally lose your footing. You are down on your back.
Can I attack it with my hammer?
Quick, get it! Get the gator!
Everybody roll initiative.
I'm right beside them.
I got 5.
I got 15.
Lythander got 14.
Is
I
Anarchy
got a
finally
rock.
gonna be faster than a gator today?
You are just faster. The gator.
Oh my god!
Whack it! Kill it!
It gets an attack.
Do it!
This is good because I have stronger armor than you.
Destroy the nature! Destroy the nature!
Alright,
Destroy
so I
the
guess I'll roll to see
nature.
if I hit.
Yep. Roll to see if you hit.
Please. Oh gosh, nope.
You cannot roll today.
I can when it counts, but just not right now. We have a 3.
A 3.
It's great over here.
You kind of yelp a little bit, seeing that Jim got knocked flat on his back by this crocodile attacking, and you swung, but you didn't manage to get both hands on your hammer or anything, and it kind of just deflects
Couldn't
off
quite
of
get it
the
in time.
crocodile's scales because you were a little bit cut off by the fact that Jim got attacked. You guys were so focused on this other crocodile.
At least I could make a good cleric shield.
The crocodile is now attacking Jim again, and it is hitting
even
Jim
though I
this
tried.
Oh
Even
shit!
though you tried, this is the one that he seems to have set his sights on. It was the one that was doing a lot of yelling and
I was
definitely
hoping
drawing
to
attention to himself. And it hits. It does 12 damage, latching its jaw around your thigh.
Shit.
It has now locked its jaw tight around you. Jim, you have the grappled condition. So on your turn, you can't use your action to make an attack or anything. You can only use your action to try and escape the grapple.
Oh my.
It is now Lythander's turn.
Lythander's gonna take his rope and use that to swing down on top of this crocodile and try and stab it in the head.
Okay, make a dexterity check and then your attack roll.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Yes!
Oh,
Now he needs to make sure he hits.
And then an 18.
Oh, thank God.
You hit. You swing down. It's actually very graceful the way that you swing down. Now, what are you attacking with?
His dagger.
You are attacking with the dagger?
Yes.
Okay.
He's going for the head stab.
Okay.
Good thing Anarchy gave instructions.
4, 5, 6 plus 5 is 11 damage.
11 damage. You swing down. You bring your dagger. Oh, let me roll a percent here. Okay, you bring your dagger down through. You don't end up getting like its skull as much as you end up hitting it in the nose. You do your damage, obviously. But Jim, you feel an extra little bit of poking from Lythander's dagger coming down through the roof of this thing's mouth. You are not stabbed for additional damage by the knife. It does not go that far through. But your thigh is precariously in this thing's mouth.
Careful there.
That does bring it to your turn, Jim.
Please try to get out of the grapple so I can hit it on the head.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of the grapple.
All right, you have to roll a strength check.
It's 5.
You do not escape. You are now trying to pry this thing's mouth open. You can feel that the heels of your hands pressing against its teeth as you're trying to get out of its mouth, but its jaw is latched around your leg.
Okay.
And that brings it to the top of the round, which is Anarchy's turn.
Can Anarchy Can she try to pry it open and then use her bonus action to heal him?
All right, you can use your bonus action to heal Jim, sure. You can also use your action. You can use your action to make a strength check to try and help him escape his grapple, sure. I'll allow that.
This is what we're gonna do, because I can't hit it on the head because it'll just possibly kill him. We got 21, baby!
21. You pry this thing's mouth open. You actually hear a little bit of a popping sound in its jaw as you start ripping this thing's mouth open to
Just got
make
this
it
thing
release
solid.
Jim's life.
Did Lythander make a dex save?
Can I just like squirt out like a little worm, just like?
And quickly, Anarchy just like, she casts her healing word. Just like,
Please heal by the blessing of the goddess!
All right, roll for your healing.
so it's 6.
You give him back some health. Good. Lythander, your dexterity saving throw for not falling off the top.
Lythander got a 21.
You got a 21. Excellent. You are still on this crocodile's back with your daggers in the roof of its mouth and everything. As Anarchy has pried its mouth open very far with that ridiculous strength roll. Jim, since you are on the ground, you can see where Lythander's dagger is poking out through the roof of the crocodile's mouth before you are managing to get your leg out. That makes it the crocodile's turn. It is currently pretty decently grappled by Anarchy, so it's going to roll to try and escape Anarchy's grapple. Anarchy, make a strength roll for me.
Let's go!
12. It does escape. It moves, it jerks its upper body, jerking its head away from you and out of your grasp. It has movement, so it is going to try to move away from you all, which gives 2 of you, and not Anarchy. Anarchy used her bonus action on this round, but it does give Jim an attack of opportunity, which I will allow him to make at disadvantage because you haven't been able to get to your feet yet. So you can try if you want to like swing your quarterstaff to the side, but you're still like laying down in the swamp, so you have to take disadvantage on the attack if you choose to take it.
Okay, what would disadvantage do?
It means you take
it
the
means
lowest
you
number.
roll twice and you take the worst number.
Okay, I'll do that.
You're gambling this? Careful, you have 8 hit points.
Actually, no, I'm just gonna crawl away from that thing.
All right, the crocodile
Does
is now.
Lythander not get?
No, because you're moving with it. You are on its back, you're riding with it, so it's not really like putting its back to you any more than its back is already to you because you're like on its back.
Okay.
And that makes it Lythander's turn.
Lythander will try and hit it.
All right,
Should make it good. That's a 21.
21 hits.
Nice.
Is he still within,
You are not within 5 feet of anyone for sneak attack.
darn.
Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
That one.
So, Lythander, you rip your dagger out of this thing's head so that way you can bring your dagger down in this righteous fury of trying to stab the thing again. And your dagger was so deep in from the amazing hit that you had the first time that when you yank your dagger out, you end up pulling it above your head and throwing all of your weight backwards. And you realize that, oh shit, you can't stop your weight from going backwards as this thing is swimming forward pretty quickly, and you actually tumble backwards off of the crocodile into the swamp water.
Cool. So, does that negate Lythander's attack?
It does negate your attack at this time.
Okay.
You are now in the water.
Can he try to bonus action dash? That way he can stab back into this crocodile.
It takes half your movement to get back up. The crocodile was in the process of moving 30 feet in the water because it's swimming. So you fell off about halfway through its movement, I'd say. You don't even need your bonus action dash to close that distance because it's only 15 feet, which is half of your movement. So
Okay.
it would be the rest of your movement to close with it.
Okay, so I'll use my movement to close with it and try and stab my position back.
All right, you already had an attack roll. I will let you keep your attack roll for this round. You do not have... You are behind it. Behind it gives you sneak attack, doesn't it?
If I have advantage.
If you have advantage, you do not have advantage right now, so you
Okay.
do not have sneak attack.
5, 6, 7 damage.
7 damage. And with that, you bring your dagger in. The thing is still thrashing and flailing around under your dagger. It doesn't seem to be dead. It is like flipping out and trying to like smack you with its tail and stuff. It's twitching a lot. Jim, your turn.
Oh boy. Let's see what I can do here.
Quick addendum, you actually did need to use your bonus action to dash because you guys are in difficult terrain, so your movement is halved anyway.
So can I cast jump on myself and jump up into a tree?
How high does jump allow you to jump? So, like, you can jump 3 feet high right now.
Okay, you're right. Okay, I cast jump on Anarchy, and I don't know if my plan will work.
Well, you might want to wait till.
Nah, I'm.
How
You
long is jump on?
can hold
Last a
action.
minute.
Okay, can I hold a jump cast for Anarchy, and just shout at her, Get ready to jump and strike.
You
I'm
can
gonna make
absolutely
that
do that if you want to hold it for Anarchy's turn triggered by her moving towards the crocodile.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do that.
What's the difference in some distance I'm gonna have to make? And
It's 30 feet away. Your movement is halved right now. So
Got
you
it.
can only clear 15 feet. When you make a long jump, if you can move at least 10 feet immediately before the jump, which you can make a long jump equal to your strengths, a number of feet equal to your strength score. So your strength score is what, a 16, 17?
my strength score is a
16,
16.
16. So if you could run those 10 feet to get up to speed and everything, in the difficult terrain, I would have it, but given that the crocodile, we'll call it just under 30 feet away from you, if you can move the half distance that you have and then jump, I would allow you to make a long jump through the air to close with the crocodile on this turn.
And bonk it on the head?
Given that you've had the jump spell cast on you, I would allow you to close with it through a long jump and bonk it on the head. Yes.
Okay.
All right,
Movement
We'll
is
do
separate.
that.
Movement is separate from an action.
all right.
Interesting.
All right, so it's your turn, Anarchy. You're planning to trudge your way through the water, gain speed, and do like a super long jump given the jump spell that's on you and bonk it on the head?
Yeah, let's do it.
Absolutely. Make an attack roll.
My gosh. 7. Help.
7. Oh no.
Fail.
So you jump. You go through the air. You are not used to like tumbling and doing various dexterous attacks like this. It was still strength, but you're not so used to you jumping through the air. You're actually kind of a little bit surprised when you're jumping so much further than you're used to jumping. But as it is, you go running and jumping and you flail. You don't even make contact with your hammer, but your entire 500-pound body does end up colliding on top of this crocodile. Lythander, make a dexterity saving
Okay.
throw.
I forgot he was on top of the crocodile.
18.
Well, he's no longer on top of it, but his hands were there because he just stabbed it again. Lythander, you do let go of your dagger in time to, with your reaction, pull your hands back before they get crushed by 500 pounds of anarchy, crashing with the crocodile. You didn't actually hit it, but the weight of your 500-pound body seems to hit this dagger enough to do 1 more damage to the crocodile, killing it. 1 damage away. So your heavy body slams this dagger down into it just a little bit more, and you hear some unfortunate bone snapping underneath you from the force of this jump as you kill this crocodile.
Well, on the upside, this one doesn't have too much blood on it.
Well, I thought that would be I thought that would be a lot cooler than it was, but you know, it got the job.
It actually has like relatively no blood. You heard a lot of snapping, but it seems like all of the bone breaking underneath you was entirely internal. None of the bones seem to have pierced through the
no one
side
wants
of
the
the
bones.
crocodile.
So the lesson here today is if you want to kill a crocodile, you just have to eat an anarchy.
Yes.
Yeet and anarchy.
It's
at
like
it.
having an app for that. We have an anarchy for that. Lythander presses his lips together.
How many
My
more?
dagger's still good under there.
Hopefully, like 50-50.
And
Nearly died again. Oh my god.
Anarchy, could you get off the crocodile? I need to
Oh,
check
yes.
my dagger.
Sorry.
It's
Anarchy
okay.
gets on the crocodile.
Miracle of miracles, as you start digging like into this thing, like the hilt isn't so far gone, you can grab it and pull it out, and miracle of miracles, it seems to be in good condition.
Oh, thank God Susie's fine.
That is a
Susie?
solid dagger.
You named it Susie?
Anarchy picks up the crocodile and puts it in the cart.
You named it Susie.
It's covered in gator blood though.
You know what?
Crocodile blood.
You know what? I'm gonna go easy on you this time. I could, but you know what? You kids just saved my life. Thanks.
Uh-huh. Lythander's gonna start pulling the crocodile since hopefully it's bobbing a bit in the water right now anyway.
She already put it in the
Oh.
cart.
And Lythander goes to grab a crocodile that doesn't exist before blinking once. Oh. Hey. Thanks, Anarchy.
No problem.
All right,
Jim,
let's get some
Your
more.
thigh is in some real pain.
Yeah.
A lot of the wounds have like closed up, but like you're still feeling the pain of having been like thoroughly like lockjawed by a crocodile, basically.
If we're gonna hunt 2 more of these, we probably should have you stand back
Maybe
for a bit.
I should be in the guy. Maybe I should get in a tree. Just call out for gators, because yelling at them works. Then they can't get to me, and then you guys club them when they're coming to the tree.
Lythander hums, climbing back up his tree and yanking hard on the rope to get it dislodged off the gator.
You can get your rope off of the gator.
Or cast jump again.
You guys are ready to carry on to your second gator. These are gators! These are crocodiles! You guys are walking for about another hour before Lythander can spot what seems to be 2 crocodiles swimming near each other. Kind of floating
We
in
gotta separate them.
I gotta get up the tree.
Make a strength check to see if you can pull yourself up the first branch.
Okay.
I don't have legs right now, really.
It's a 3.
You get your hands on this branch, and immediately, like, your soft old man skin says, ow, ow, tree bark, and, like, my arms are shaking, and when you try to kick your leg up, you say, oh, God, my thigh was just bit by a crocodile. And you
This
let
was
go.
this is a bad idea. My old man body. Okay. New plan.
Lythander's shaking his head and starting to work on tying the rope around.
Lythander,
Jim.
you scream for the gators.
How's about this? And he throws the rope over the tree branch before handing it to Anarchy. You can pull him up. And Lythander starts shimmying up the next tree.
Oh, good idea.
Like a lever?
There's a rope tied around Jim, and it's over a branch like a pulley, and
You
the
should
other end is in
sit
your
on.
hand.
You should sit on the hoop like a swing,
Okay, I like sitting. Sitting is nice.
but only once Anarchy starts pulling. Otherwise, you're just gonna sit into the water.
Okay.
If it needs to pee, that might
So
be
Anarchy's got a tight grip on the rope now, I guess.
No, trust me. I peed when I got bitten.
Anarchy, make a strength check.
I think Anarchy's getting a little tired. She's got 12, though.
She's got 12. Okay. Anarchy, you start pulling. Jim, make a constitution save.
6.
This is hurting you. You are sitting on a thin rope that is now being lifted into the air. You're not the lightest of dudes, you know? And, like, it hurts to be sitting on this thin rope. You do take 1 damage just from like the pinching and the pulling of this rope and everything against your thigh that's already cut open from having been bit and everything. It really hurts. It hurts a lot.
Ooh, my ass! My ass!
Sorry!
Anarchy slowly lowers the rope.
No, we gotta keep
No!
going.
Lythander got a 21 for getting up the tree.
You get up the tree, Lythander.
Why are you lowering it back down? It just climbed up this tree to help him sit up on the branch.
I'm gonna be really real with you for a second. I get 3 spells a day.
You already used?
I can only heal everyone so many times.
But, like, worst comes to worst, I sleep in the tree.
So I cast Wild Shape, turn in. Okay, I'm gonna be a squirrel.
Now, let me see here. 76. All right, you turn into a squirrel and you climb this tree.
Okay, I'm gonna shout from the tree. Hey, gators!
Wait, does it sound like squirrel or does it sound like...
Yes, he's a squirrel right now.
Really, he's shouting, hey, gators, your mamas are fat and ugly. I hate them.
Well,
Lythander slowly looks at the squirrel that's losing its mind next to him.
It's gone nuts.
Well, yeah, how are you doing with that belief of magic thing?
Looking down. Huh, where'd Jim go?
Oh god, you guys are killing me. The crocodile does not seem at all perturbed by the squirrel that's yelling at it. Neither of the crocodiles do.
Okay, we just gotta wait an hour for me to turn back. Oh,
You
no,
can willingly turn back at any point.
But wouldn't that use up my other Wild Shape?
No, not transforming back.
Oh,
If at
then
any
I'm
point you want to release the spell, you can transform back.
Then I'm gonna just turn. Then I'm gonna turn back while I'm on the branch and scream from there.
Okay.
Okay, is the branch
the
gonna
branch
support
is-
both of us, or did you climb up to a higher branch, Jim?
I went to a different branch than you.
Okay.
Okay.
Is the branch gonna support you?
It's a pretty thick branch. I hope.
Make an intelligence saving throw for me.
oh my
God,
god,
I'm pretty
Jim,
stupid.
don't fall out of the tree, please. Wait, can I cast Bless for this?
You don't know what he's doing in advance to be doing that.
I'm so concerned.
Oh,
God.
18! Woo!
Oh, okay. You did pick a thicker branch, so you didn't go too high up in this tree. And the branch actually is perfectly suited for you. Like, it doesn't even quiver a little bit when you transform back.
Finally,
You are
some luck!
You are sitting near the base of this tree. You are sitting near the tree trunk itself, the base of the branch, and it is nice and thick. You've got an arm around the branch when you transform back. However, when you transform back, you've noticed, is it just your clothing are fitting incredibly tightly right now.
Oh,
All the way
no.
transformed.
I'm not the most attractive guy right now, but
Your clothes seem to have shrunk a couple of sizes, and like you've got some like stomach rolling out from under your.
I'm just
How
gonna-
did this happen?
You don't know how it happened, but Jim's clothing seems to have shrunk a little bit.
The nature spirits are giggling to themselves.
The nature spirits are giggling to themselves because Jim is not friends with the nature spirits.
I start screaming from the branch anyways.
hey, gators! Your mothers are so ugly that they're ugly. Hey, gators! I bet your mom's soup was terrible. Hey, gators! You stupid idiots! Get over here, gators!
Now, if only he had to speak with animals so that they could understand him.
No, he's just shouting nonsense.
Okay, Lythander, what are you doing?
Lythander. He is going to gonna open up a ration and pull out some jerky from it.
Okay,
So like how much of a ration would that use?
we call that like a fourth of the ration.
Okay.
Meat.
4.75 ration.
I have 4.75 trail rations.
And then he kind of starts trying to work on ripping it up because he assumes more of the smell's gonna come out. Like, because, you know, it's jerky, so like right now, but like what's underneath the dried part of it
Okay.
will be more smelly.
You start ripping it up. All right. The gators seem to be moving towards your tree.
It's
Jim!
working! I'll keep insulting! Gators! You stupid idiots! Come to me! Come to me! Woo!
Since he doesn't have, since Lythander doesn't have to use the jerky now to chug it, he's gonna put it back in the ration.
Yeah! on, gators, get over here! Yeah, screw you, gators! Quick, kill him! Kill him now!
Wait, quick question. How high up the tree are they?
Lythander is what, 2 branches up? 3 branches up, and Jim is 4 branches up. Jim is
how high
relatively near the top.
I'm high enough that they won't reach me or hurt me.
How high in feet?
Lythander is about 10 feet up, and Jim is about 14 feet up.
Okay, fine. That's good. That's good. Just want to make sure in case I have to cast something if you're going to be in the radius.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, gators, get your asses over here. Come on to your deaths.
We'll bring ourselves towards, as they're approaching, Anarchy, are you doing anything?
How close are they?
Well, so if we enter into initiative, you technically have the top of the round, which means you have it before they start closing with you. So you guys are about 45 feet away.
45? I can do that.
No, because there's limited sight. You guys are about 25 feet away, we'll say.
Still do that. I got a magical thing called a spear.
Okay.
Would you guys like me to attack?
Kill him.
Go for it.
Do it.
Lythander,
Alright.
meanwhile, is going to be tying a rope now onto this tree branch. That way he can swing down much like he did the first time.
Anarchy is going to throw a spear at hopefully one of the gator heads.
All right. Your attack roll is with your dexterity instead of your strength because it's a ranged attack, and ranged attacks are dexterity based.
So it's -3 plus 2.
So it's only
So we're at 12.
a 12. Oh, a 12 hits.
Well, great.
All right, roll some damage.
All right. Let's do it. D6. A 4. Not bad.
4 plus
wait,
your
plus,
dex.
Your dex.
Minus the dex then.
Yep.
All right, so 1.
It did. You do 1 damage to the first gator. Your spear seems to be kind of like poking into its left arm. On its turn, as the 2 crocodiles are moving towards you, the spear does fall out of its front left arm, I guess you would call it. So it does kind of sink below the water. You're going to have to try and dig for it. It might be a little covered up by the mud, but it's fairly big, so it shouldn't be too difficult. They are moving, being only 25 feet away from you in the water, they can close, and now you are the only one on the ground, Anarchy, so they are both attacking you. What is your armor class?
16.
Well, considering the first crocodile botched, it does hit its companion. It swings out to try and bite you, and somehow its head thrashes in a way that's so klutzy that it nicks its companion for 2 damage.
Oh my gosh.
Botches are fun. I like to have fun with botches. The second one attacks, and while it does bite onto you, it can't like sink its teeth into you to try and grapple you or anything. So it does no damage.
Okay.
And that brings it to Lythander's turn.
Lythander is going to, okay, then Lythander's going to tie a rope and prepare to attack next turn.
All right, that brings it to Jim's turn.
Jim in a tree.
I am gonna just sit here and cheer them on.
You could cast fireball, or not fireball, you could cast your flame down at them.
Yeah, but that would damage the hide.
Gosh, just leave it, Anarchy.
That's the situation.
That's fair.
I actually have nothing I can do.
Throw a rock at it?
Anarchy is the
You're very
Unless-
good at throwing rocks.
Yeah, but I don't think I have a rock. I didn't establish that I have a
Lythander
rock.
potentially has the 3 pebbles that you
Yeah, but Lythander has them. I don't.
But you're so good at throwing rocks.
I know. It's so sad.
Do you want to throw anything from your backpack at them? Anything that's at easy reach? Like your money?
Oh no.
I'm not throwing money. Hell no. I could throw a crowbar.
I mean, okay.
I grab my crowbar and throw it at a gator.
Make a dexterity roll. You do not have proficiency with this.
Nope. I have 0 dexterity too, so it's whatever the dice says goes.
Nope.
Nope, it's a 9.
You throw your crowbar, it splashes in the water.
Well, gonna have to get that back later.
And that brings us to the top of the round with Anarchy.
How close are the gators to me?
They closed with you. They tried to attack you.
So they're within 5 feet.
Yes.
Great. Would it cost an action to try to wriggle my arm out since it didn't really get a good grip?
No, you are not grappled at all. They tried to bite you, but they couldn't get a grapple on you. So the grappled condition is its own condition that requires an action to break. What I was describing was mostly flavor, because your armor class doesn't mean like they completely miss. It means no damage was done. So sometimes it means something deflected off of your armor or something, is what that was saying. So you're not grappled. It doesn't require your action.
We're gonna again cast Word of Radiance on both the gators.
All right, they are within 5 feet of each other.
I utter a divine word of burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed a Constitution saving throw, or take 1d6 radiant damage.
Oh no, what's the DC of the saving throw?
12.
They got a 17 and a dirty 20, so they both succeed.
Dang, these are strong days.
These are strong crocodiles. It is their turn.
Wait, one more thing.
Okay.
Since I'm up against a bunch of gators here, I think now is appropriate time to kill the fate. Hang on, let me take a look. It gives me 2+ of my armor class.
Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna tank.
It's the crocodile's turn. They're both attacking you. Only one of them hits.
Wow! Strong crocodiles!
That one crocodile is really gunning for you.
Damn.
And they are doing 9 damage when they bite onto you. Now,
Oh,
I will give them the chance. This crocodile does take 1 damage when they bite onto you, because one of their teeth kind of breaks and goes up, because you are made of stone, so their teeth don't really sink into you in quite the same way. You still take your damage, but they also take a damage as they have now bit onto you, and you now have the grappled condition, which means you're going to have to use your action to try and escape being grappled. Brings it to Lythander's turn.
Cool, Lythander's gonna try and land on the back of the crocodile that has Anarchy grappled.
You're going to have to tell me how long the shield lasts based on your spell. It's concentration, right?
Yes.
So I believe that's a constitution. No, it might be a wisdom saving throw. You must be, constitution saving throw.
Okay, let's hope she keeps it up. Because it would be really nice to have that shield right now. It's a 4.
Oh no, you lose concentration! Lythander, it's your turn.
He's gonna slide on down with his, with his rope. He got a 16 for that.
Beautiful.
So he lands just fine, then he's gonna land on, hopefully, Anarchy's. That's where he was intending to go.
Yep.
And he's gonna stab this one in the head with his dagger.
You do have sneak attack.
Okay. That's 17 plus 7, so that's 24.
You hit.
6 plus 5 is 11 damage.
You've done 11 damage to this crocodile. Let me make it, see if it maintains its grapple or not. It does not. As Lythander lands on the back of this crocodile, it lets out a crocodile scream, basically, and loses its grapple on you. Anarchy. It releases this stone thing that it bit. That brings us to Jim's turn.
Sup, kids? You all good up down there?
I'm 25.
Let me know if it's an emergency and if you need me to throw some fire or something.
Yeah, Jim's not gonna do shit. He can't really do shit right now.
Jim, you don't want to throw anything else from your backpack?
Look, if you look in my backpack, I've got some food, I've got some rope, I got a torch, and I have some water. There isn't really anything worth throwing that will actually do anything
Okay.
to them, you know?
All right, that's fair. That brings us to Anarchy's turn.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting. So I'm free, which is good.
That actually allows you to make an attack rather than or cast a spell rather than having your action taken up by having to break or grapple.
Thank goodness. We got 2 crocodiles.
Yes.
Let's try the Word of Radiance again.
Okay, the second one makes it. This second crocodile seems to be decently beefy. It's the one that almost hit you the first time and then like chomped you the second time. But the first crocodile, the derpy one that hit its brother, has also horrifically failed. So roll your damage for Word of Radiance.
Finally, I get to hit somebody with this thing. 5. Thank gosh.
5. It seems to be really hurt by your Word of Radiance. It lets out a crocodile scream and like thrashes away from you a little bit.
Rockin'.
And it's looking really hurt by your spell here. Super hurt. That brings us to the crocodile's turns.
Oh no.
Hold up. Can I cast Healing Word on myself before they go at me?
As a bonus action, yes, you can.
Oh, good. It's a 4 plus 8. Oh, gosh.
4 plus 8.
I think I'm over what I have. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm fully healed.
There you go. You're fully healed. Oh,
That's still pretty good.
the first crocodile seems to be still thoroughly hurt. It's actually thrashing a little bit backwards away from you. You used your bonus action to heal yourself, so you do not get an attack of opportunity.
That's okay.
Lythander, if you want, because they were within 5 feet of each other, if you want to take an attack of opportunity, you can have it at disadvantage because you are currently sitting on the back of the other one. You will have to pull out your dagger to try and swing at it with an attack of opportunity.
That sounds like a very unwise thing of Lythander to do, saying that he already knew from the first time that pulling out his dagger wasn't a good idea, but he's just not wise enough to think about the fact that he has a second dagger. So, like the true unwise boy he is, who, you know, if you make a mistake, repeat it again. He's gonna pull out this dagger.
Well, thankfully, this one that you're on isn't like swimming and making any sort of fast movement.
13.
That hits.
Alright.
Get an attack of opportunity here. On this poor derpy first crocodile that just can't do anything.
What they say. That is max damage. 6 plus 4 is 10.
You slash at the mouth.
No, 10 plus 5. 15.
You slash at this crocodile and it goes belly up. It's like writhing from the radiant damage that Anarchy did, and you shake it in the face and it goes belly up. Its blood is kind of spreading across throughout the water and stuff like that around it. That takes care of the first crocodile. The second crocodile that's going to attack it's trying to attack the fleshy thing on its back. It's using its action to try and throw you instead of attacking anyone, so make a dexterity saving throw.
This is the most intense bull ride.
It's like bull riding, but yeah, you said it.
I'm not going to make you make it at disadvantage, but I'm going to give you a penalty of 2 to your roll because you don't have the dagger stuck in it anymore and you've just leaned over to use your reaction to attack its buddy. So as it's thrashing, you're at your 10. 10? Surprisingly, you are still on.
Wow.
It's trying to thrash you. And that brings it to your turn, Lythander.
Whee! I'm gonna stab it again.
Stab it again!
Try and get that hole back in it. 14 plus 7 is 21. 4 plus 5 is 9 damage.
And you kill the second crocodile. Both crocodiles are now dead.
Lythander, the mighty crocodile slayer.
We might as well call Lythander Crocodile Dundee.
That's all the crocodiles we need, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jim turns into a squirrel, climbs down the tree, and turns back and picks up his crowbar.
Okay. As he transforms back, oh thank goodness, Anarchy and Lythander, you both take 4 damage. Jim, you gain 8 health.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Ow.
13? Oh.
It's weird. You feel this like energy wash over you that like makes you feel sick to your stomach.
Ugh.
Jim is looking really good, other than like his clothing doesn't really fit right. It looks like, you know, a teenage girl wearing clothing that's like a couple sizes too small to try and emphasize how good they
and
look.
like hit me baby one more time, but
Yes, except he doesn't look good.
Well, I'm never doing that again.
What
Lythander
happened just
shimmies.
now?
Just things happen when I do magic involving nature and shit, and I hate it.
Lythander, are you alright?
I'm fine. I think the marsh water's getting to me. He shimmies back up the tree to start undoing his rope.
Lythander, could you help me find my spear? I think I threw it in the water.
Sure, I'll try.
Hey guys, is that my crowbar over there, or
Your are you searching for your crowbar as well?
Yeah. I want
Everybody
that thing
make
back.
everybody make a percentage roll for me. Actually, no, make an investigation roll for me.
17.
What?
16.
16.
I got 6.
A total of 6. Jim, you are struggling to find your crowbar. However, Anarchy and Lythander, you both find her spear. You actually find 2 different ends of her spear, and you're both like, I found it! And you like lift up opposite ends of the spear at the same time, and like water splashes on both of you, and you both realize, yes, it was a fairly big spear. Unfortunately, Jim is still searching for his crowbar.
Oh,
Guys, a little help?
do you need help finding it?
Yes, please.
Lythander will wade over and start helping Jim.
I will allow Anarchy and Lythander also now to make an investigation check for the crowbar.
16.
Oh no. I can't find it. I got 6.
Lythander finds the crowbar.
Lythander's sticky fingers are actually slightly magnetic, and that's how he found both items.
All right. The crowbar and the spear have been recovered. You have 2 crocodile carcasses.
All right, guys. We got all our crocodiles.
They are a little bit bloody.
Let's take them back.
I'll put my spear back on my back. It kind of latches into this, like, there's like an armor nut kind of at the back of it. Where she kind of slide the spear back in and locks in.
Okay.
I put my crowbar back in my bag.
Lythander's gonna help get those crocodiles up onto the thing, and then he's gonna use his hemp rope to help tie them into the
bed of the cart.
Into the bed of the cart.
Anarchy, I assume you're grabbing one of the crocodiles.
Oh yeah, I'm lifting this.
Anarchy and Lythander, make strength checks for me.
17.
I got 9.
Yeah.
All right. Lythander is actually looking just a little bit more impressive than you. He seems, he must have grabbed the first crocodile, which was kind of the derpy, smaller one. You grabbed the bigger second one, and you're moving it just fine, but you're struggling a little bit under its weight, whereas Lythander kind of looks like, it's just a big fish. He just looks a little bit more effortless, but his crocodile is smaller.
I'm use that I cast a lot of spells today, and I'm getting quite tired.
I think.
All right.
Yeah.
And you guys get these 3 crocodiles loaded into the cart. You have the crocodiles tied down. Who's pulling the cart with the 3 crocodiles?
Anarchy.
Lythander will push it from behind.
Okay.
Jim's gonna walk casually beside it.
Make a strength check, Anarchy, but you can add... Oh, Lythander doesn't have a strength modifier.
17.
Beautiful. You guys are
I got a
pulling
second
it back. You're not making horrible time. It does take you close to an hour to get back to town, but considering you've been walking for quite a while, it's not horrible time. But you do get back to town. You are dragging this cart with 3 crocodiles behind you. You are all dripping with the swamp muck and everything as you get back towards the gate. Now, the east side hole or the west side gate?
Well,
We're delivering these to the east side, and I can't cross over, and I don't think we can cross through gators over,
yeah, we should probably bring it straight to the Jacques guy or whatever.
You guys go up to the east side hole, and the guard looks over like, halt, oh, you 3.
Special delivery for Jacques!
Yeah.
Lythander winks at the guard.
He scrunches his nose slightly. What the hell do you 3 want?
We're making a delivery for Jacques.
Are you 3 registered with the city of East Craven?
Are you registered?
Did we make
yeah.
registration?
I live here.
Are you registered?
Yes.
Has it expired?
What?
Has your registry expired?
but he seems a little flustered by you coming at him so hard.
Okay, Anarchy, just reel it on by.
Okay.
All right.
You guys go in past this guard that seems flustered by how aggressively Lythander just questioned him.
Later, losers.
He He watches you go by with like his mouth slightly agape. But you go by, you are now in East Craven, making your way towards Jacques.
Making our way downtown.
Or uptown, as the case may be.
Uptown, gators.
You make it back to Jacques' place. Easy enough. You are now there.
Lythander will
Jacques looks over when you guys come into the shop. And he has a moment of, please don't walk so far in. You tracked mud through my entire shop last time.
Sorry.
Oh,
Our apologies.
sorry.
Would you like me to mop it up?
Sure.
You got your
I suppose I should clean up first, because that would make more mud right now.
Yes, it would.
We got your Crocs. I can't wait for Crocs to be in fashion, by the way. Lythander says.
Yeah, we got the Crocs.
Yeah, we got the Crocs.
Yes.
He drops what he's doing and goes over to open the door and look out the front door, and he kind of blinks, seeing the cart full of Crocs. My, I assumed this would take you some days.
Can we get these in footgear? I'd love to wear some Crocs.
I think I'll make mine. Best not to make it footgear.
I don't know.
Well, you could have.
So it depends on what kind of material I have left over after I make my jackets. See,
You
my
can have
jackets are...
footgear.
Because I'm making them, I'm thinking that I call them jackets instead.
Oh, I see. The puns.
I like the name.
But if you make some shoes, call them Crocs.
I like that name too.
I think the teeth I will sell them to Jean. He runs the jewelry store here. I think that he will, I think that he can make some nice jewelry out of the teeth. Potentially some bone as well. But bone sometimes has too morbid an overtone to it.
Totally.
Well, I will warn you. One tooth is broken on one of them. And another one that may have a lot of broken bones.
That happens.
Someone in armor, air quotes, may or may not have fell on a croc, and that's how it died.
Yes, I mostly care about the skin.
Okay, good. And the meat's fine too, by the way.
He's now over he won't touch them, but he's over next to the cart, kind of eyeing them a little bit without touching them too much.
Where do you want us to offload these?
Also, please let us know if you'd like us to clean them off.
We're not going to do that.
I can clean them, so that's fine. You can wheel them around through the alley on the left of my shop here. There's a back entrance, and you can just immediately inside of the entrance is an open room. You can just put them on the floor as that room.
All right.
All right,
Let's go do
sounds
that
good.
real quick. I got a cart to return.
You guys wheel the cart
Oh my
around.
god, the cart took no damage!
The cart took no damage other than being covered in some swamp muck and blood, which,
Not
2
bad.
gold, they've charged you basically for the fact that they have to clean it. Yeah, no, the cart took no damage. Impressive.
Bad team.
Good job. You guys wheel it around through that alley. You get the Crocs deposited into the back room. As you guys are around into the back room, you do also see the back room is fairly nice that he's having you deposit the crocodiles into, but everything on the east side is fairly nice except for like the roads and the holes in the walls. But people's individual shops and houses seem very nice. This back room is very nice. There is also a sheep back there. It seems to have kind of like you would have like a pet bed and like a cat tower and stuff. There seems to be lots of like toys and like a pet bed and everything for the sheep that has a fairly thin layer of wool right now.
It's so
Does it have a name
fluffy.
tag?
Oh, sweet
That's-
mutton.
It does have a collar and a name tag, and its name tag says Muffy.
Anarchy goes up to Muffy, just kind of slowly and kind of looks at it. Well,
Make
hopefully-
an animal handling check for me.
Aw. All right. Let's see. So it's 6.
6. That's fine. Muffy seems perfectly fine with you walking over, kind of at you a little bit as you walk over, but it seems accustomed to people walking over, and you can pet Muffy on the head or whatever as you like.
Andrew wants to take the
too.
collar.
Like, I've seen sheep before, but I've never
Well-
seen this one this cute.
It does seem its color is very sparkly. It seems bedazzled and stuff like that. It's a very cute color. As you are petting Muffy, Lythander is walking over. Make a sleight of hand check, Lythander. Anarchy, make a perception check.
25.
So 14.
14. All right. Lythander comes over, scratches behind its ear and stuff, and then walks away. You keep petting Muffy. After a little bit of petting Muffy, you realize Muffy's collar isn't there anymore.
Your precious collar! Oh, no. It's missing. I know. I'll look further different. I'm sure it's down here.
Anarchy starts looking panicked in the dirt for something sparkly that resembles a sparkly collar.
It was so pretty too.
Lythander's gonna quickly kind of toss it over in that direction.
Make a sleight of hand check again. Jim and Anarchy, I need you both to make a perception check.
It's 18 for me.
Always your sleight of hand.
His sleight of hand was 24.
Okay.
Dang! Oh wait, that's over too.
Yes.
But I'm not gonna beat that. 17.
You do both see where the collar is on the ground. You don't know how it got to be there, but it must have fallen off while you were petting Muffy. Muffy must have, like when you were petting the back of his head or something, you must have bumped its latch. Its latch must not be terribly secure.
Muffy's collar!
Oh, you should probably put that on the... Like, normally I'd say we should steal it, but, I don't want to piss this guy off again, It's like, we worked so hard for this shit.
Anarchy sees if she can, carefully...
Jim,
Yeah?
you're a druid, right?
Yeah.
I know you're not good with animals, but do you want to try putting on Muffy's collar?
Fine.
Yes.
Jim, make an animal handling check.
Lythander snickers and leans against the wall, seeming to enjoy seeing Jim suddenly in the uncomfortable situation. Karma. I love thee.
7.
Muffy kind of starts freaking out a little bit as you walk by, but just for a couple of seconds. Once you close the distance, Muffy doesn't try to run away or anything, but does allow you to approach. And then once you're close distance, Muffy seems back to being nonchalant and careless.
Calm down, you overgrown rat. I'm gonna put this collar back on you.
Please let Muffy try to...
Fine.
Maybe I should give you the blessing of the goddess too.
It's fine. Here.
Please let Muffy try to eat some of his shrunken clothes.
You put the collar back on. Muffy doesn't try anything. Muffy seems to be picking at some food that's on the ground for him. Muffy does have hooves that seem nice and shiny and polished and stuff. Muffy is very clean, it seems. And you do get the collar back onto Muffy, this beautiful bedazzled collar.
Muffy is very pretty.
She's a sheep.
She's a very pretty sheep.
Do we know it's a she?
I don't know.
You want to check?
Not really.
Yeah, well then, I'm saying it's a she for now, because who cares? It's an overgrown rat. It doesn't have feelings.
I feel for Muffy.
You feel for it. It doesn't feel for you. It's just...
Muffy, you're a good sheep, right?
I feel like Muffy's back talking us, and if Jim had animals speak right now, he'd be hearing about how Muffy's calling us unclean, dirty, disgusting.
The
one day Jim trades out and talk to animals is the day that you guys run into all the animals.
It was for the fashion show, damn it.
I need the three of you to make perception checks.
Lythander's secret. Care about
21 for me.
12.
Jim, you can hear some sort of screaming it's very quiet. You can barely hear it, but commotion happening from out in the main square and everything.
Huh? Do you guys hear that?
Yeah. Huh? What?
Guys, we should both... Let's go outside. I just gotta see that.
Jim runs outside, goes outside as fast as he can with his injured thigh.
You have to run through the alley to get back to the main square because you're behind the building.
Right. Yeah, he's still going outside, going through the alley.
I suppose we follow him.
Yeah, to try to follow the screaming sound.
I'll be right back, Muffy.
Lythander will leave last and bend down in front of Muffy and quietly whisper to Muffy, "I'm coming back for that collar." Before getting up and leaving too.
And you guys just run out the door in a bit of a hurry?
Yep.
Well, Lythander's calm.
So you guys go out the door. Lythander, make an intelligence check for me since you're calm.
12.
Okay. You go out the door. You all go around the side of the building to out into the alley. There is commotion in the alley. People are running through, not in the alley, I'm sorry, in the event square. People are running through the event square towards where the crack is and everything, because it seems like over towards the far end of the event square near the crack, there seems to be a fight going on, and people seem extremely motivated about this fight. They are now screaming things for the fight. You know, things like "give them a left" and everything. There's now produce being thrown. It seems like quite the event that's happening right
Why
now.
can't these sides stay on their side of the crack?
I knew I should never trust the crack.
Oh man.
You
Oh
guys
man,
will
a
have to-
fight! Yes!
You would have to elbow your way through the crowd that has formed if you want to get in towards the center.
Actually, is Anarchy short enough to kind of sneak under?
You would be short enough to receive advantage on your checks through elbowing your way through the fight. You'd have an easier chance of getting through the crowd being shorter.
All right,
But-
Anarchy makes an attempt to do this then.
All right, Anarchy's trying to get through the crowd. Anyone else?
Yep, absolutely. I want to see a fight.
Lythander's not going to. Instead, he's going to start working on wheeling the cart back over to the other
But
side.
she kind of doesn't want to rush in. She wants to like investigate it first.
Did you
She's
bring
being
your cart
careful.
around with you on the first try, or do you have to go back and get your cart from behind the building and then?
He'll go get his cart from behind the building and then start working on wheeling back over to Wes.
All right, make a perception check for me,
Oh,
Lost the
no.
cart.
Lythander.
I get
Lythander.
the feeling I know what's about to happen.
And I need Anarchy and Jim to make a strength check for me.
14.
Yeah.
14. All right, you go back. You get the
Oh,
cart,
wow.
You wheel it back through the alley and everything, so that you can start getting it over to the other side.
At 21.
A 21 and
I got 19.
a 19. You both make your way through the crowd just fine. These people are not hard to push your way past. You can see it's technically on the east side of the city. There is a fight going on. It's a pretty big fight. There seems to be nearly a dozen people that seem to be in this fight, trying to beat the ever-loving shit out of each other. Kip is also a part of this. He is running. He seems to be trying to push people apart, though. There is a fight going on right now, and you can tell just by the disparages of the clothing that there's about 6 people from the east side and about 5 people from the west side that seem to be fighting. And Kip.
Ah, shit. I wanted to see a fight, but we owe him one, I guess. Ooh, I have an idea.
I do as well.
What's your idea?
I'm gonna use the last of my spells for today. I'm gonna cast fog cloud on, so then they won't see where they're going, and then boom, no one can fight. What do you think?
Let me top you out with that. Okay, I may be out of spells, but hear me out. If we get close enough to Kip, then I could potentially bless him. Well, it won't be blessed, but I can use guidance on him and help him fight better, as well as I can call on the goddess, potentially to give us a couple more hit points. Well, health.
All right, weird way of saying, how in pain we are. I've never heard anyone measure
Yes.
it before, but yeah, okay, sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We'll have to be careful, though. If
All
we
right.
could possibly get in there without avoiding a scruffle, that would be ideal.
So you guys are moving closer to the fight?
Yeah,
Suppose we are, carefully.
carefully
All right.
inching closer.
You guys are moving in towards the fight. That's fine. As you're moving closer, Kip seems to take a pretty decent elbow to the face that has done him a fair amount of it seems to have knocked him backwards before he is trying to roll to get somebody restrained, basically the person who actually just attacked him, get them restrained. But Kip, it seems like rather than just trying to be somebody trying to separate this fight, it seems almost from your guys' perception as you're getting very close to this fight, like he's a third party in the fight, not just like a neutral party that the other two sides don't care about, but like each of the two sides, while East and West would love to hurt each other, they would mutually love to take a shot at Kip. So when Kip gets close to people, they're not just like avoiding trying to hit Kip and keep going at each other. They also take equal delight in trying to hit Kip, as if he is on the other side.
Oh, this is bad. We really need Lythander.
Yeah, he would be really handy if he didn't just wander off all the time.
We are trying to bring the sides together, right?
Yeah.
We could really mess this up. We gotta help Kip, but that fog, is it thick enough to really disguise us? I mean, I'm really clunky.
Well, I was
very good
planning
at
on,
sneaking.
just kind of making it so they can't see each other and not hit each other, but
But they also can't see us.
yeah. Okay. Let's try this Lythander's way. Let's try talking.
I don't think that's a good idea. We need to get Lythander.
Let me try this.
Should we try to get Lythander?
You get the kid.
Okay, I'm going to go with Lythander because it's a better idea.
I light a fire and a produce flame in my hand, hold it above my head, and scream,
Hey everyone! I have an announcement!
Okay. Anarchy, I need you to make another strength check for shouldering through the crowd again.
Okay.
Jim, make a percent roll for me.
22.
22. All right. You are shouldering your way through the crowd pretty successfully. You guys spend a little bit of time debating, so once you get outside of the crowd again, make a perception check.
13.
13. All right. You do not see Lythander anywhere. Now, Jim, what did you get on your percent roll?
a 50 and a 3. So
53.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got you get this held above your head. A good handful of people seem to have stopped and are glancing at you like, what the heck? Who is he? And a couple of the West Side guys are like, that we know that guy. He helped us fix our houses. But there's a couple of East and West Side guys that seem to still be fighting. And Kip is now scrambling over towards those guys that are still fighting.
Look, I'm not the best with words and stuff, but you gotta stop acting like children. You gotta... all this hitting and fighting. Where's your sense of community? Where's your sense of honor? All of you need to grow up and hate each other in silence. Cause guess what? When you hit each other, all you're doing is hurting yourselves, really, and hurting your reputation, hurting your standing with each other. But in reality, adults in the real world just kind of hate each other and just don't tell each other that they hate each other. And we function so much well in a capitalist society when we do that. So, what I'm trying to say is, as much as I love a good fight, can we just calm our tits for a second?
Okay.
roll charisma there.
Roll a charisma check.
So it's a 9.
There's a moment where they stop screaming stuff. Even the few that had continued fighting, where they stop fighting, like fists drawn back, people jacked up, and they all look and they stare at you, and there's this moment of silence throughout the crowd. Everything is quiet. One of the guys from the West Side says, "That sounds fucking stupid." And the East Side guys are like, "There's no community with those guys." The West Side, they don't even know what community is. And then another fist gets thrown, and the fight entirely, you seem to have lost the half of the crowd that paused to listen to you, and it is now a fight again.
Well, time to...
in the process of breaking up. Anarchy, make a percent roll for me.
Okay. Here we go, everybody.
Oh
23.
no.
You have no idea where Lythander is.
My God.
Am I like in a stupor that I can't even look again, or?
You could try to scream his name. Maybe he's still close enough that he could hear you if you can scream loud enough.
It's like calling Batman up in here.
Shine a light in the sky.
Okay. I'll just try screaming Lythander.
Make a constitution check for me.
God, this is gonna be loud.
Don't cut out the mic.
So this is 19. So Anarchy yells, Lythander, where are you?
Make a perception check for me, Lythander.
Perception's Lythander's favorite.
Fine, it shouldn't be too hard.
Oh boy.
It was loud.
12. Oh yeah, no, you hear somebody screaming for you and it sounds just like Anarchy.
How far along has he gone?
So by this point, Jim is just beginning to give his speech and everything. So you aren't too far down. You're only like a block and a half or so away. You are pulling a cart behind you.
Okay.
Because you can't bring it through the jail. It won't fit through the door.
Yep. Lythander will turn around, look around before running back, thinking Anarchy's gotten herself into trouble. He's now Big Brother scared for her.
Oh! You make it back to Anarchy!
Because he's willing to use his bonus action dash to get there fast.
Yep, you closed with Anarchy who was screaming.
What's wrong? Who hurt you? Who touched you? What happened?
There's a big fight over there, and we really need you to help us break it up.
This is what these...
We gotta be sneaky about it, because otherwise we're gonna upset the east side and the west side, and Jim's trying to talk to them, and I'm not really sure how well that's going.
This is what these two sides do. Damn it. Or not damn it, darn it. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Lythander will now try to make his way into the crowd.
Oh boy. Anarchy, are you moving with Lythander or?
Yes, I'm gonna move with him.
Alright.
We're gonna get our drunk grandpa.
Both need to make a strength check.
He's not drunk right now for once.
I know. 15.
15. You are struggling to shove people's head, but Anarchy seems to be clearing a bit of a path, so you can end up staggering and falling
Lythander try
behind
for
Anarchy
dexterity instead.
Sure, you can try for dexterity.
Try to weave his way through the crowd through the small gaps.
Yes, absolutely.
That would be a 16.
You can weave your way much better. When you see people, you can like jump down and go below arms and like twist yourself in ways to get between like narrow gaps and stuff like that. You can dexterously move your way through the crowd rather than shouldering past them. So you and Anarchy both make your way through this crowd in your own manners into the center where at this point they are just you basically hear the ending of that's stupid. They would never be part of a community. We hate them, and before they immediately go back to fighting.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, I had a plan for the first time. If we can get Jim to cast his fog thing, maybe you can sneak in and help Kip?
No, that's not gonna help this kind of situation. Plus, I can't see through the fog.
Yeah, what we need is to talk to them, which I tried, and then they went, that's stupid, and, I almost had them.
Lythander's gonna take some...
I'm really worried they're gonna take a lot of beatings out on Kip.
Lythander's gonna take some ball bearings and put about 50 of them on one side and 50 of them on the other and have everybody start tripping and falling over each other.
About half of the crowd seems to be stumbling and tripping and falling over these ball bearings and stuff. A couple of them seem to still be fighting. Oh, let me see here. Kip also seems to be doing pretty bad. He hasn't quite fallen on his ass like some of the people, but it does seem to be causing him a little bit of stumbling.
Lythander's gonna look at West Side and be like, come on guys, is it worth scuffing up your armor for these guys? And look over at East Side and say, guys, it's not worth losing your good looks or other things over these guys.
Oh boy.
This fight isn't worth it on either of your sides. Don't ruin your nails, don't ruin your armor.
Can Anarchy try to approach Kip now they're distracted?
Can use a luck.
Yes. You can get over towards Kip with them being distracted.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
So I would like to talk to Kip as well.
Ooh, it's so
you make
dirty.
it over to Kip
Fancy.
while everyone is kind of seeming to take a round to be thinking about Lythander's words. They're kind of glancing among each other. There's some general whispers through the crowd. Kip seems to be letting out a slight breath as you walk over to him.
Kip, first of all, are you okay? Second of all, is there anything we can do to help smooth over the situation? I know it's really messy.
If you know how to make them stop fighting, power to you, because I don't know how.
Wait, would you like to try? Well, no, wait, they don't really like you, but it's worth a shot. Maybe I should?
Eastside doesn't like you guys yet very much.
True. How well do you get along with everyone? More or less?
He kind of stands up a little bit straighter, even though he's looking kind of beat up. Let me see here. Yeah, even though he's looking kind of beat up, he stands up a little bit straighter and clears his throat before shouting over top of the crowd that the fighting between the two sides is not something that's going to be tolerated. It's unlawful on both sides to have these public discourses, and since neither side's guards are going to be intervening, there's going to be legal repercussions for both cities, which will include fines, and he looks at East Side, heavy political fines.
Anarchy tugs on his shirt for a second.
And he looks at West Side and says, and jail time, before glancing back at you. Yes. What are you going to say?
This may sound a little crazy, but please trust me for a second. I can give you a little extra, perhaps a little extra blessing to help you smooth things over. If you let me.
I will take whatever help I can get.
Done and done.
And she's casting guidance on Kip.
All right. So Lythander got them all to pause and whatnot, to be sitting there whispering among each other and everything as to whether or not this was worth it. Kip has come in with essentially the bad cop end of it all by saying,
and he can do an extra D4 with every roll.
Yep. So when he's making his persuasion check, the group seems very displeased. Like the entire group, once Kip is shouting, kind of looks at him, and you can tell both sides of this fight really don't like Kip. There's some kind of disdain for it. They don't seem terribly bought over by it, but there is somebody who's walking out of the crowd now as well and shouting at the East Side people like they shouldn't be sullying themselves fighting the West Side like this.
Did I say as much? Lythander mumbles to himself.
He seems dressed incredibly nicely. He's wearing he's got a cravat in front of him, but it's like made of like really nice fur rather than like ruffled kind of layers of fabric and stuff. He has this cape that's attached at his two shoulders and everything. He's got this super beautiful rapier and everything, and he is shouting at the East Side people to be he's shouting at the crowd to disperse and shouting at the East Side people who are part of the fight to be going back to their homes. And between Lythander having made them pause, Kip's boosted persuasion, and the East Side, what seems to be an official of some sort, coming forward and shouting at the East Side, Kip focuses more on the West Side, and the fight kind of gets dispersed. The West Side people, one of them goes to throw another fist that Kip...
Can Lythander try with his cunning action?
With your cunning action? Make a dexterity save. Not a save, just a dexterity check.
15 plus 5, dirty 20.
20? Oh, you get to it much faster than Kip can. You catch a fist that tries to fly from a West Side individual.
Do
back
I recognize this person back from the...
You do know that they were in the bar. You don't know their name, but you do know they were sitting with you as part of the community. You helped to fix up their house.
Come on, man, it's not worth it.
So,
you got a family.
They kind of scowl slightly before pulling their fist back from you, and the West Side individuals are now going back into the jail to cross over the crack over Kip's boards and stuff, rather than going out of the city and all the way around.
Great. Looking over at you two now. You know, we had neutrality before, guys. We can't be involving ourselves in these fights, otherwise they're gonna hate us as much as they hate Kip.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, then
Jim.
act like you know.
Oh.
Lythander walks off a little angry.
Jim just kind of silently walks back to the jail.
Kip is,
Anarchy just kind of like sits there for a second.
Kip is letting out a slow, kind of tense breath, like his shoulders slowly relaxing. Anarchy, since you're the only one who's kind of lingered, you are there for the next couple of rounds when the official who walks over looks at Kip and has this moment of, I'll keep an eye on he seems to try to like fumble around some sort of what seems like an almost apology and almost explanation for like, I'll try to keep them from doing that. But Kip stares at them for a second before turning and walking back towards the jail cell, kind of the jailhouse, kind of shaking his head a little bit. And they stop after he walks away and let out a slow breath. There's some tension in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lythander's going to return the cart.
Okay. You can return the cart. You get 13 gold back because the 2 gold is basically for them. They were going to size up damages and clean it, and there doesn't seem to be any damages, so they just have to clean it.
All right. After that, Lythander's going to go over to the post office or whatever equivalent they have to buy not just a small amount of paper, but a lot of paper.
Okay.
A lot of ink. And he's going to be buying a blank. Well, actually, he's going to buy 2 blank clay tablets for carving into to make a stamp.
Oh, you want to make a stamp? Okay. Give me 1 second. Ink over here. Ink is kind of expensive. Ink goes for about 7 gold per ounce.
Per ounce?
Per ounce of ink. Now, an ounce of ink is like it's a good little vial like this, and an ounce of ink goes pretty far. Because you're just dipping in it.
Even on West Side?
That is the cheap price for ink.
God.
Ink is expensive. But again, an ounce of ink is a vial like this big. For those of you who are on the podcast, I'm using my hands to indicate what an ounce of ink is because Kitty is sitting right next to me. It's like this big. Consider a ballpoint pen in our world has less than an ounce of ink in it, and a ballpoint pen writes for quite a while.
I know, but like I'm thinking about like a stamp covering up a full piece of paper. I don't know how much.
A stamp, it would still do many different
stamps. I could
stamps.
probably just use one, and I'll buy a sponge too, so that way I can put the ink into the sponge. That way it doesn't use up as much per.
All right. So the 1 ounce of ink, the 1 ounce bottle costs 7 gold.
Okay.
Parchment is a silver per sheet.
Expensive.
Parchment's
Yeah.
pretty expensive.
Can I get a discount for buying a lot?
They will sell you if you want to buy 20. If you want to spend 2 gold on parchment, they'll give you 25 sheets instead of 20 sheets. They'll give you 5 free if you buy.
So if I buy with 4 gold, then I can get another 10 sheets?
Yes. If you do 4 gold, you can have
Could
50
you throw
sheets.
in another... Can I get 55?
We'll give you the sponge for free.
Cool. I'll do that.
All right, you can have 50 sheets and the sponge for 4 gold.
All right, Lythander will take these things and head back to the jail cell.
All right.
Oh, and what about the clay?
Oh, the clay for they will give you a small square of clay.
Need a
for
big one.
a big one.
Cover a piece of parchment.
An entire piece of parchment
Yes.
to get a huge hunk of clay to be. They will a piece of clay.
I mean,
that
it's
big.
the marshlands.
It is the marshlands.
Clay
They
should
do
be the
have
cheap item.
They do have plenty of clay, but that is a solid chunk of clay that you're asking for. Now, to be fair, you're going to have to find a way to fire that clay to try and make it hold its shape, or else buy it pre-fired and then just hack away at basically stone. And you're going to have to keep that in your backpack, which is going to be some weight.
Do they have some form of rubber or something?
They do not seem to have some
No
form of
tars?
rubber. Tars. They do not have any form of tar.
No form of dried tars. You guys never done any stamping?
No.
You're a post office.
We send people with the letters. You pay for the letter to go, and then we send the letter.
Okay. All right.
We do. You're on the west side, right?
Yes.
Thank goodness.
parchment and
Yes,
feathers.
I bought the parchment.
Yes. If you're looking for stamps, maybe try the east side. And they scowl a little bit.
I don't want to go to the east side either, buddy.
Can't blame ya. Real assholes.
Yeah, tell me about it. But they're the only ones that have a form of rubber or stamping?
You write a letter, you pay to send it. What more is
I
there to
don't want
it?
to write a letter. I want to make a poster.
Want to make a poster?
Yes. Obviously, making the same poster over and over again is going to be a little ridiculous.
You want... What the hell do you want to make a poster for?
It would ruin the surprise.
Word of mouth ain't good enough for you?
No.
We don't have stamps.
Alright. Thanks anyway. Lythander will leave.
Okay. You're heading back to the jail?
Yep.
By the
All
way,
right.
can Anarchy hitch a ride back with Kip? Can walk with him.
Yes, you can walk back.
That way she doesn't have to go, the bad way.
Sure. You can walk back with Kip to the jailhouse. That puts you there a little bit after gym. Are you guys planning on doing anything extra at all, or are you waiting for Lythander to meet back up with you?
I might talk with Kip a little bit. She puts her hood up, kind of just sulking along.
I really messed up again, huh?
What'd you mess up?
I messed up a lot of things. I feel like sometimes I can't do things right.
Well, I think everyone feels that way sometimes. It's kind of life. You mess things up, you learn from those mistakes. That's what separates the old from the young. The old have made more mistakes and have learned from more mistakes.
What if some mistakes are irreversible?
That's life. Some mistakes are irreversible, but...
And what if those mistakes detach you from the ones you care about?
Is this like family caring about, or like...
Yeah, it's family caring about. I messed up. I was supposed to do something for my family and I messed up.
He kind of lets out a breath and looks up at the sky for a couple of seconds before looking back down at you. Family's kind of tricky to navigate sometimes. I think family sometimes can be a little bit more than just blood relations to someone. I think family, a lot of it is what you make of it and what you choose to fight for. And the people that stick around with you, real family, I don't think you can make an irreversible decision with real family. Family that's truly family. If you're going to be truly family to someone, you're going to stick through it even when they make mistakes that feel irreversible. You're going to be there to try and help them through it. You're going to be there to try and see it through to the end and to try and fix whatever mistakes they are, because whatever mistakes are made in family belong to the whole family. After that, sometimes people who are blood relations to you aren't real family, and sometimes people who aren't of blood relation to you are more family than anyone that's actually related to you could ever be.
You know what, Kip? You're the first person to try to really explain this family thing. So, real family doesn't send you away for messing up?
No, real family never should. Sometimes there are strains on family, but real family should stick together and want to help each other through whatever trouble is happening. They should want to be there for each other to try and see through any mistakes, because if a mistake is made in a family, it should be the whole family's responsibility to try and pull together to help fix it.
Well, I guess now I gotta figure out where I want to go.
He looks up the sky. You and me both, sister.
Maybe we'll go back to the jail cell.
It's a start for the day, ain't it? You
And I
guys
guess
eat.
they go back to the jail cell.
Yes, they do. They go
This
back
is a
there.
scene.
They go back there. They see that Jim is already there, and Kip looks at Jim and Anarchy like, "You guys need dinner."
Hey, guys. I understand if you don't want me around anymore.
We want you around.
No, you don't.
Sure we do.
No one wants me around. I'm useless. I do nothing right. okay? You saw the gators. I got eaten. I turned into a squirrel. I damage you. I try to talk to people. Nothing happens. And I can't do anything right. And that's why people leave me. That's why no one stays with me. My wife, she left me for that exact reason.
Anarchy kind of goes up to Jim and gives him a hug.
And
blinks slightly, looking at the two of you before he does quietly dip into the kitchen since Anarchy seems to have stepped forward.
Jim, nobody wants me either. You're okay.
yeah. You know, if we ever were able to have the kid like she wanted, I guarantee you, that kid would be a lot like you.
Anarchy hugs him tighter. And if she could cry, she would.
Kip is back a few minutes later with some tea for the two of you because there seems to be a moment happening here. Sets down the two mugs like you two seemed like you were having a moment. Thought you might like something hot to drink.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kip.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry we caused the trouble today.
You didn't
Sorry,
cause that fight. Those fights bubble up every once in a while when East and West Side start duking it out, and almost like clockwork every year when the anniversary starts coming about, they start getting into more and more fights. It's just par for the course at this point.
We sure as hell didn't make it any better, did we? Or I didn't. Lythander.
You tried your best.
You and Lythander did everything like always.
I ran away. I was screaming out searching for Lythander.
It's more than what I did.
Hey, Jim?
You tried.
Yeah?
Jim, you tried. That's more than anyone else in the city does.
Thanks.
The rest of my family looking around the jailhouse, they left. At some point, my grandfather said this city was hopeless and nobody could stop the fighting between East and West. And he took his father and his wife and they left. It was me, my dad, and my great-great-grandmother for a while. And Dad's not here anymore. It's just me and my great-great-grandmother. She can't do anything. You actually tried something, which is more than anyone else in either city here ever does.
Huh. Only that something worked. I hope your family comes back one day, Kip.
Me too.
You know, trying sometimes...
Real family, right?
Trying sometimes is more than half the battle. I think sometimes trying, even if it doesn't work right away, makes an impression on people, and it changes hearts occasionally. Not always the people that you're trying to change, but, you know, it makes an impression on someone.
Jim kind of stares off into the distance. Trying. Huh.
And Kip kind of looks at Jim like, I think you're the only one out of the two of you that eats. You need dinner?
Yeah, I tend to eat.
I'll go make some dinner.
Figured
Thanks, buddy.
Out?
Figured what things out?
You know, that I don't eat?
You've said it rather explicitly.
Right, I have.
Yeah, you've said it multiple times.
Part of that training.
He kind of chuckles quietly. My great-great-grandmother believes in magic. So, you know, I kind of grew up on stories of magic and the supernatural.
Oh. I could show you sometimes if you like.
I think it would mean a lot to her to see some magic happen.
Maybe I'll do it in the morning. I know some basic light spells.
That'd be nice. He gives a nod before turning and heading into the kitchen. By the time dinner is getting to be done cooking, the jailhouse smells pretty good. Lythander is getting back around this time.
Lythander kind of storms in, looks at you two, takes a deep breath. I have an idea.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. we have today and it will take 2 days before the fashion show, assuming he's not time about today. We have 2 days before we become somewhat well acquainted with East Craven. We're already well acquainted with West Craven. Perhaps it'd be good during these 2 days to continue to help West Craven with some cleanup for free and to prepare ourselves for the fashion show with Jacques. Now,
Do that.
I need... Do you two know how to write well?
I know how to draw.
You know how to draw. Perfect.
I owned a bar. Literally part of the job is
You guys
writing
want these two
people's
cities
tabs.
together?
Yes.
Okay, then we're going to be making a lot of posters.
Okay.
I want prepared after the fashion show, since we will be in good terms with, hopefully, unless looking between the two of you, you two do something catastrophic to mess things up. We will be on good terms with both sides.
What do you need?
Can we do this?
Yes.
Okay.
We can try.
I need more than try right now if you guys want this to happen.
We're going to do it!
Okay. Then, secondly, we're going to need to write a lot of posters and start putting them up on both sides. We're going to be making a poster that says that me, Jim, and you, Anarchy, we're going to be hosting this great event that's going to happen right outside of the two entrances. It's going to be happening at some point, a nice midnight show.
Do you want me to draw you guys?
Yes, you can draw all of
Pass
us
me
doing
the
crazy
paper.
things. Whatever makes it look like an appealing attraction to come and see.
Lythander, please
Yes?
pass me the paper.
Lythander shoves the 50 pieces of paper over to her, gives her a quill, and gives her both ounces of ink that he currently has.
Consider it done.
Okay,
walks away
now,
to the other
the more
room and
tricky
leaves the
part. Wait, come
conversation.
back here.
He continues walking out of the room.
Anarchy! There's a
He
more tricky
continues
part than
going.
this.
Hey, Lythander, we kind of just had this big moment, and
Hey,
your timing's not the best, man. You know,
well,
like you're a good
time
kid,
keeps moving.
and
Time,
like
you know what, Jim? I don't give a fuck. Okay? You guys want this town together? You guys want this town together? Is that what you guys want? Because I will give that to you guys if that's what you guys want. You just gotta tell me what you guys want.
Shit.
Room.
Well,
drawing.
the kid went to draw, so you know what? Just tell me the rest of the plan.
We're gonna need to capture a zombie. That's what you called it?
Oh, God.
A zombie?
Yes. And we're gonna bring that thing and we're gonna let both sides see what's waiting outside for them. Because the reality is East Craven needs West Craven for better defenses and West Craven needs East Craven for money, and so that way they can buy weapons to prepare for whatever the hell's outside.
You know, I joke around, I call you dumb a lot, but this is a pretty good plan. As long as we make sure that thing doesn't get out and hurt anyone, we should be fine.
Great, then we're gonna have a wonderful midnight showing.
All right.
Lythander takes a deep breath and falls backwards. For God's sake. I can't. You guys want the dumbest things. He's now mumbling to himself, looking up at the ceiling, cursing the gods.
You all right there?
No, I'm not all right.
Hey, look, I just had a heart-to-heart with Anarchy and Kip. Come on, let's have one right here. Talk to me.
You want to have a heart-to-heart with me? Lythander looks over. I guarantee you don't want to have a heart-to-heart with me right now.
I'm in that kind of mood. Come on.
It comes out with dinner and kind of blinks, hearing like all the screws of just. It's now a bad time for food.
Now's the perfect time for food. Who cares what I want in the situation?
Lythander,
Seems like a bad time.
I feel like we need to talk. What's going on?
Lythander starts laughing at him. What, you want to talk with me after all the backsash you've been giving me for the past few days? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Look.
You're not my dad, you're not my grandpa.
Oh.
You don't have a right to talk to me.
Yeah, you're right. I don't. But you have a right to talk to me.
Oh, because I care. Look, you guys want these towns unified, yeah? You did something really stupid. You almost got Anarchy hurt. You almost hurt yourself and like your old back pain or whatever is going on. You gave me a heart attack. You think I like having heart attacks? You think I like knowing that if I walk away from our group for 5 seconds, everybody's gonna go to shit? I don't. Okay? Now I've had a heart attack and I'm just trying to make sure everybody's okay. So let me do my job.
You don't have a job. You don't have a responsibility to us. You realize that, right? You're an equal part of this team, like me, like you. And you know what? We're all trying. We're all working our asses off out there, okay? And maybe if you had a little bit of respect for me, you'd understand, first of all, that I'm joking. And second, that maybe that you aren't a leader. There is no leader. We are a dysfunctional trio that tries desperately to do things. And do we fail most of the time? Yes, we do.
Have you ever seen a chicken run around without its head on? There's a reason why heads of family are appointed.
Well, I've been running without a head a lot longer than you've been alive.
I'm trying to be a head.
You're not the head, Lythander. You don't have to put that on yourself.
This isn't.
We're a three-headed creature.
Oh, yeah, because those exist naturally in the occurring universe and wouldn't have some sort of serious medical problems.
Just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean you can't theoretically understand the concept.
Just because I don't believe in what? The idea of a three-headed creature existing?
Oh, because you don't believe in magic. Oh, you know this stuff I do. Like light fires. Watch this.
Stop lighting fires.
I have a fire in my hand. Oh, look. This is not a flint and steel. This is magic. Magic. Deal with it. Confront it.
He's leaving.
No. By the way, can I ask a question?
Yes, I also have to know, because again, there are only 3 rooms. There's the door that you haven't investigated.
That's why I'm asking a question.
And the 2 other places. So unless you went into the kitchen, the grandmother's room, or the unidentified door, you're just in a cell and you can see.
Oh, I know I'm just in a cell. I can hear this.
Okay.
My question is, how much progress am I making on those papers?
The drawing's gonna be relatively slow, so it's going to be something that's going to definitely take you the better part of the night and a good chunk of day tomorrow to draw the same thing 50 times. Like unless you're keeping it super simple and like line art where you can get it down to like 10 or 20 minutes. If you're trying to draw 3 people and you're trying to put any amount of detail into it at all, it's going to take you several minutes per page. So you're looking at hours of work.
Oh my god, this is going to suck. But this is a really toxic situation for her anarchy right now. And she's really not doing so great. She's had a really, really long day. She was very terrified of falling off a cliff. Another person nearly died in front of her. And let's just say the conversations going on right now really bring back some very bad memories of her home life. And even though it was toxic, she has to escape from this toxicity right now. So she's putting down the pen for the night, and she begins to draw a couple faces around the cell. She draws a couple faces just with a stick in the dirt.
Okay.
And she's just drawing faces that kind of look like her. And she draws one final face, but this one's different. This one looks like a humanoid person with long ears and dark, well, there's no dark, but scraggly hair. And she looks at this one. I don't know why you left, but maybe family's different than, I don't know anymore. You always said that what's life without a little anarchy? Good night, Amara. And she goes to sleep right there and there.
Jim, make a perception check.
Okay. 13.
You realize at some point that Anarchy has said something before going to sleep, but you are unsure what was said. Like you were so enraptured in what was happening between you and Lythander and kind of staring at the door when Lythander stormed out, that like somewhere in the back of your mind you're aware that something happened with Anarchy, but you don't know what happened.
Jim's going to Anarchy's cell.
She seems to be settling down for the night.
By the way, there's tons of drawings of faces along the floor.
Yeah. Jim just kind of looks around and looks at Anarchy and says, You didn't deserve to hear that. Before going to his own cell and going to bed.
Lythander, where do you go for the night?
Lythander's going to the bar.
Oh, excellent. You go to the
You
bar.
got a date.
Date night!
Date night! Date night!
You storm yourself into the... Are you still storming by the time you get to the tavern?
No, he's
Okay.
a little calmer, especially since you're pretty sure Kip's over there eating right now. And you go up to Charlie. How much for a bath, shower, something?
You want to use my house to shower?
I don't have anywhere else to go. How much?
He kind of eyes you a little bit before just... Hey, Frankie! Frankie looks over. What do you want, Charlie? And Charlie tosses their keys. Go let him into my house. Let him take a bath. He gets up so needy.
Following Frankie,
Frankie leads
son
you.
of Franklin.
Frankie leads you out and back to Charlie's house, lets you into the house, shows you to the washroom and everything where there's a rather large bucket and stuff. There's not running water for a shower, but he starts boiling some water and getting a bath together for you.
Lythander's going to take this time to bathe and change into his dark casual clothes.
Okay.
He's going to kind of wash out his armor stuff too, but he's going to have to carry that with him back out of Charlie's house and go find a spot outside of the jail cell because he doesn't want to go back in where Jim is, just in case Jim still has that weird flint and steel stuff going, and hang up his clothes to dry.
Okay.
And then he will go back to the bar looking better and in clothes that are not wet nor muddy.
They're not what, and you're gonna chill there for the rest of the night? Wait for
Kip.
Kip does show up about 20 minutes after you, it seems. Walks in. Some people kind of stare at him as he walks in. There seems to be a general amount of tension in the air as Kip walks into the bar, kind of looks around, doesn't really pay too much heed to people, but he does walk over to the bar where you're sitting and takes a seat next to you.
Lythander will buy a few drinks, which were 5 silver each?
They were 6 silver each.
They were 6 silver, so he'll pay.
I'm sorry, no, they were 6 copper each.
Oh, okay. Oh god, I don't remember how much my silver was.
2 copper pieces!
The expensive drinks that you guys were having were like a silver
Yeah.
each.
Lythander has lost his mojo for the night.
After a little bit of silence, Kip kind of glances at you like, you alright?
Don't like fire inside.
I don't think anyone in their right mind should like fire inside.
Good date.
Apart from the fire, are you alright?
I'm fine.
Slowly nods, takes a sip of his drink and kind of stares forward.
Kip is the counselor.
Kip is just a therapist.
He's everyone's therapist for the night.
Apparently, my gosh!
Team Fisher needs therapy.
Kind of sits there and lets the silence settle for a while he drinks his drink. If you don't make conversation by the time he finishes his drink, he sets down the empty cup, gives a single nod, looking down at it before glancing back over at you. Seems like you guys just need to talk. And he stands up.
I know I came across angry. I'm just not so good with having people deviate from plans or I don't know. Sorry I disrupted you. You can leave.
It's okay to be not good at dealing with these things. It's better that you try to deal with them than that you ignore them completely.
Lythander hums. Just can't wait to get back home to my family.
Gives a nod after a second. Maybe you should write them.
Maybe.
I'm sure they miss you.
Lythander orders another drink.
Aww.
He gives a nod to Charlie when Charlie brings you your drink before leaving, quietly. Bit of a flop.
Bit of a flop of a date. Lythander will be asking Charlie how much for a room for the night.
What'd I tell you it was last time?
Silver?
Yep.
Pushes a silver over. No, wait, 3, I'm sorry.
Yep.
silver ahead. Yeah. Thanks for almost cutting me the deal anyway, Charlie.
I don't remember what I charge travelers anymore.
Lythander laughs a little.
Frankie! I'm drinking, Charlie! Who wants a place to stay? I'm drinking, Charlie!
And I can wait till close.
Fine, you can wait till we close. Good! Already took him bath for his prissy boy bath. Frankie keeps drinking.
Can I buy you a drink, Charlie?
Yes.
Lythander will pay a silver for the heavy drink for Charlie.
Charlie won't complain about this. Charlie will have a drink, and you seem to have put Charlie in good moods.
It's nice. Good for Charlie.
That's so nice.
Oh, Lythander.
I want the best for Charlie.
Everyone needs a hug.
Everyone needs a hug. Charlie at some point watches you drink, and they're like, everyone tells bartenders what's on their mind. It's a good place to talk where secrets don't travel.
Nothing much secret for me to talk about. I come from a small village of fishers and other people, awful rich people who don't share money. And
Charlie comes back with a very small, what looks like a 1 ounce vial, kind of like you would expect ink to be in, but it's not an ink vial or anything. Just a small 1 ounce looking glass of something, sets it down and says, "Here, on the house."
Thanks. Lythander will do his best to try and take whatever this is.
Toss it back. Yep. Make a Constitution save.
Oh my god.
Monster.
Yes. You don't really remember much of the rest of the night after this. You've already been drinking. You're already a couple drinks in by the time you get around to doing this shot. Basically, the night passes. The night passes for you, Lythander, in a bit of a blur. You're kind of chilling at the bar.
Tap dancing with Charlie at some point. It was fucking crazy.
There's music in the tavern at some point. You're pretty sure people are clapping for you at some point. You're up to stage as far as you're concerned. You realize and you announce to the entire room that you had a missed calling as a bard in the pit of your stomach.
I told my parents, I told my dad I wanted to be a bard. That son, you're gonna be a fisher like every other man in this family.
It's a very different feeling in the pit of your stomach. You're sick at some point. Eventually, you are passed out. Night is passing. Anarchy and Jim, you are relatively undisturbed for the night. Lythander, at some point, this entire night feels, you feel light, you feel like you're floating, things are going by relatively easy, and then eventually you realize that you're standing in what seems like the swamp, but the trees aren't obscuring your vision. You can, because the trees are a little less dense, you can almost see out eternally. Like you're in some sort of plane of existence that's entirely flat, but with trees that are kind of sparsely spread out. So you look around, you realize it's weird because there's water under you, but you're standing on the surface of the water. And as you look down, it's not your reflection, but it's this woman's reflection that you remember seeing from the previous night. Her hair kind of spreading out around her before, as you take a step, the ripples kind of spread out around you and her reflection disappears, and it is your own reflection.
Hey, that good looking.
And as you look around Lythander, you realize there's a woman standing a good distance away from you.
Huh?
Looks like the same woman that was in the reflection, though. Not your mother, not Anarchy. But her hair is down now instead of spreading out in the water. And she turns and she looks at you when you ask Mom, and her eyes are completely black. She has black streaks running down her cheeks from her eyes, as if she'd been crying with heavy eyeliner on, but she doesn't have eyeliner on. It's more like black liquid tears have actually come out of her eyes and permanently stained her cheeks.
Look, I get I'm going to a bad place, lady. If this is the gods' continued punishment to me for, I don't know, blaspheming Lythander with my name, which I'll have you know I didn't have a part in, or anything else that I've done. Haven't I already paid enough? I have paid enough for my misdeeds. Can't you all just leave me alone? Okay, karma's a bitch. Karma came for me already. I paid the piper.
Her skin is gray. She seems to stare at you for a little while. Her head turns and there's a slight bone popping sound as her head turns. You notice, make a perception check.
Oh, Lythander's favorite. And that
A lot
one.
of those today.
Oh dear.
You notice that her reflection is not her. Her reflection doesn't seem to have the same dark black eyes. Her reflection isn't perfectly mapped as if like it were a reflection in the water. It seems like another person that's just standing on the other side of a piece of glass of her that you can see a different perspective of. But it seems more panicked. Its hair is actually spread out as if underwater. It looks scared. Her eyes, while it seems to be the same person, her eyes are not black. Her eyes have a white to the eyes. Her eyes are gray in color, seeming to match the gray ensemble that she has, but she has eyes that you can see definition in, that you can see fear and terror and genuine tears in. The reflection moves at a different pace than the woman.
I would like to say as a player right now, I'm calling possession and shenanigans here of this evil lady possessing that little girl, that 14-year-old girl, and that's the person whose reflection is in the water. But Lythander ain't smart enough for that kind of stuff.
The hair is too long for the little girl.
Okay. Still possession, though. 10 out of 10. Or it's her old self. And, like, there's some sort of weird... Either way, Lythander not smart enough for
Something
this.
about this woman seems familiar to Lythander, like you've seen her before somewhere.
Anarchy? Women in my life?
The only two women he knows.
Oh, Angelica? I've never met her. Maybe Charlie?
There is something unsettling about the world around you as you're standing. It's perfectly still, apart from the fact that like, there's no animal sounds in the swamp that you're standing in. There's no wind, there's no breeze. Everything seems perfectly still, like you're in an entire plane of existence. This woman stares at you with the black eyes, her head still tilted. The reflection tries to reach for you for a little bit before the body itself rises up in the air, the reflection completely dissipating. And the body that's floating up in the air stays floating in the air for several seconds before it's as if the middle of her torso gets pinched and grabbed.
Does
and
magic want to hurt me?
her body gets yanked back as if pinched from the middle and pulled. She folds in half.
Goodbye.
And you see, it's as if you in this dream move forward through the dream with her to maintain perspective on her. She gets dragged through this swamp until there's this big marble-looking building,
Anarchy?
but it's not a building because it doesn't have like proper it doesn't have like a chimney or all sorts of proper like windows or anything. It's much more like a mausoleum that you're looking at, a big crypt of sorts. And as she goes in the door, her hands reach out, they grab onto the sides of the doors, her nails digging in, and her eyes are no longer black. She looks up at you, and you're left with the chilling words of "help me" that kind of start reverberating in your ears before her nails literally rake at the marble as her body is dragged in. And you see it dragged in and into a crypt deep beneath the mausoleum.
What's the crypt's name?
The crypt doesn't have a name on it that you actually get to see. You just see this big marble coffin slam shut, and you hear screaming and banging from inside of the crypt before you wake up. You do not receive the benefits of a long rest. You wake up in a cold chill. You wake up feeling incredibly sick and nauseous and dizzy from having done all this drinking. You have no idea where you're waking up. You're hoping in Charlie's house, but it's left you with this cold, hollow, and very sickly feeling.
Mwah.
This is
Good night,
Steve
everybody.
Fisher signing off and going to therapy.
Our therapist is Kip.
Yeah, going to go see Kip.
Kip the therapist.
Please
Uncle Ira
subscribe.
with his tea.
Please subscribe to all the channels in the description. We have Kitty and Jack who do animations, story times, funny videos and stuff. Gina, who's very focused on music, and me, who does things like I do things like D&D, homebrew material and stuff. I post on my Twitter a lot. We're all fun people. You should subscribe to all of us.
Yeah, we're all memeing little shits.
We all need therapy.
Tune in next week for episode 4 when they get hopefully the rest of their fashion show sorted out, when they decide what they want to make of Lythander's strange vision and dream, and when hopefully they get some of their family drama sorted out. Maybe with Kip helping as their therapist, maybe on their own. Who knows?
Maybe.
All right.
Say goodnight, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.